And we are live. What's good, people? Welcome to Pros Only TV or Tariq Talks, depending on where you're watching. My brother Tariq will be in here in a minute. But right now, we're going to be reacting to the World Cup draw, which should be taking place in about 30 minutes' time. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in terms of the groups. We saw the pots come through. When was it? Wednesday? Was it Wednesday or Thursday? So yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. We saw the pots come through for the different groups. I'm going to share those in a minute. But make sure that you like this video before you stop, before we do anything. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell as well. You know, make sure you don't forget we are streaming on both channels right now. I got Tariq in the background here. Here he is. What are you saying, my bro?
I'm good. Well gone, everyone.
Come on. Yeah, but make sure you do like this video on both channels because we are co-streaming right now. Make sure you subscribe to both channels as well if you haven't already. And then hit that notification bell because you know both of us are going to be live on our channels throughout the course of the rest of the season and whatnot and beyond. So make sure you do that. But what are you saying, bro? You excited about this World Cup draw?
Boy, I always love it at this time of the year. Do you know when you're looking at the World Cup draw, teams coming in? The World Cup, like we had the Euros last summer as an England fan, but it's just not the same. You know, when you got Brazil, Argentina in it, the African nations. I mean, we both did AFCON. Yeah. You did AFCON. You're the AFCON. You're the king of AFCON. That's what you are.
Come on.
So yeah, man, it's gonna be good, man. How are you feeling about it?
I'm cool, man. I mean, you know, like obviously we saw the pots yesterday, in terms of like who's in pot 1 to 4. Obviously, like Ghana's in pot 4, so there's a possibility of a group of death. And I saw one scenario that I wasn't happy with. Let me just see if I can just pull it up real quick. Yeah, I was not happy with it. Yeah, I was scared because you know me, I want to enjoy this World Cup. We ain't been there in 8 years, like, so I want to be able to at least get through the group stages, and then after that we see what happens in it. But let me just pull this one up real quick. So yeah, so then the possible scenario is Argentina, Germany, Poland, and then Ghana. I was like, nah, we can't be going out like that. So I'm not about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what kind of group we come up with. Let's see what kind of group we come up with. But speaking on that, yeah, let me pull up these pots so that people in the comments can actually see. Let me just do one thing.
That's all right. While she's sorting that out, I'll run through some of the comments and just big up everyone in the place. Have you done that already? Or
no, you go ahead and do that.
Big up Moss in the place. Hope you're keeping good. Are you jumping on Moss? Let us know. G Staffy's in here. Big up G Staffy with a low. Jay's in here. Bobby's in here. Look at that, rolling. She's probably more excited to see you than myself. You know what I mean? Big up Chris in the place as well. Guarin's in here.
Come on, Guarin.
Exactly. We're all interlinking here. Big up Clock. We're also streaming on Clock Talk TV as well.
Clock Talk TV. Big up Aled as well, man. Big things still. All right.
Drizzy and Peony Ween. And of course, Rich.
Hey, come on. All right. Let me see if I can just share this real quick, yeah. So hopefully this works. I'm gonna share this. Let me do this. I'm gonna just make that. All right. Let me see if everybody can see that. Let me see. All right. Let's share this right now. And that's in the street. Okay, cool. So that's pot 1, right? So Qatar obviously will be there because they're the host nation. They always go into the first pot, right? Then you've got Brazil, Belgium, France, Argentina, England, Spain, and Portugal. So what's your thoughts on those teams that are in there? And are there any teams in there that you think are deserving or not? Let's take Qatar out of that for the moment. Out there for the moment. But out of those, the rest of those teams in there, is it the right pot? Or are there some teams in the other pots that you might think, yeah, I'm not too sure? You know what I mean?
Do you know what? When you're looking at it, though, you're strong. You know, you got the best team in the world currently in Brazil in terms of the rankings. You got Copa America winners in Argentina right there. Belgium, Belgium, you know what? They're probably a bit fortunate if we're basing it on like historical merit in terms of being in pot 1. But France, England, finalists for the Euros, and because Italy aren't in here, I mean, that's probably a big reason, isn't it? Don't you think, Roland? Do you think one of these sides would have dropped out if Italy would have qualified?
Yeah, I think it would have been probably Portugal, to be honest with you. I mean, I know they won the Nations League and all of that, and that's, you know, and obviously they've won the Euros in 2016, but I don't think that they would be in this first pot had Italy qualified. Do you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
the one I'm kind of looking at. I mean, Spain also haven't really done too well. Like obviously got to semi-finals of the Euros last year, but since the whole kind of their golden generation had kind of dispersed from their team, they've not really been looking like the team that we know them. It's a very young team. It's a very different team. It's pretty interesting. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
But let me pull up pot two.
Here we go.
Quick.
Whilst you're pulling up pot two, see what people are saying in the chat. Paxton saying Germany, one of the only big teams not in pot one, as they are in here now in pot two. So yeah, Roland, I'll let you speak on that.
I
Germany
mean,
pot two.
I think with the German team, like obviously winning the World Cup in 2014 in Brazil was a big moment for them. Obviously, they went to the semi-finals in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. I think they came third, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Yeah. I think it was against Uruguay. They had
against Uruguay, yeah. So they came third in that World Cup, and that was where we were kind of looking at some of their younger talents. Like Muller was fairly early on in his career. Ozil was fairly early in his career. Khedira as well at the time. And like they obviously had the stalwart of Miroslav Klose and all of that. There, do you know what I mean? And obviously now this team is a very young team, and they haven't really performed well on the international stage. I mean, qualification, you already know how it is with Germany. They always blitz through the qualification process, but when they've got into major tournaments in recent years, they haven't really kind of pulled up trees. And I believe they've slipped out of the top 10 in the World Cup rankings. Let me just have a look. I'm just going to confirm that just to be sure.
Yeah, you confirm that because that's mad. Yeah.
So they're 12th in the world rankings right now. So they've slipped out. They're behind Denmark right now. So it's pretty peak for them as a nation. I think though they're gonna come through potentially, like, because I just think they've got a good technical side. I think Hansi Flick's gonna have them playing in a really good way, and we're gonna hopefully see them do something a little bit better on the international stage. But looking at the rest of that, bro, like, what do you think of that one, man? Because obviously you've got the US in pot two. It's a high position for the US. I've not really seen them that high before.
And look who's in here. It's pot two. Speaking of pot two,
come on.
Wait, hold on.
We got Santi
correctly.
Santi in the place. You got the green screen on, so the green off the Mexico flag was coming off.
I gotta turn it off.
But you know what? That pot two, how strong is that looking to? There's, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark had a good account of themselves in the Euros. Switzerland obviously beating France. Croatia, World Cup finalists. Uruguay. I'll probably look at Uruguay, USA, Mexico, but we know how Mexico turn up in a World Cup. Like, obviously, looking at Germany, the last World Cup they played, what happened? Santi? Germany. So strong pot two, and it's going to be difficult for anyone in pot one, especially if Qatar get the likes of Netherlands, Germany. It's going to be peak for them to get out of that group.
I mean, Uruguay, I want them in this draw. I want them.
Yeah,
there's unfinished business there.
Of course,
there's unfinished business there. And so when this draw happens, I'm telling you, Uruguay have to be in the group with Ghana. I need that. That's what I need. But Santi, let us know about Mexico's position in this pot two, man. Like,
So I'm not very confident this year. With I feel like maybe Mexico and might be a little bit maybe overrated. That they don't have. They sort of have like this aging generation of players who are kind of starting to fade out, and then the guys that are slowly starting to come in, like they're just not quite there yet. So I know that we've gotten out of the group stages, past 7 World Cups. I'm not confident though.
But on that, so like, don't you think that maybe not having that kind of pressure from the nation on the team, because they kind of understand the reality of the team now, might actually help you perform a little bit better than you maybe expect to?
Here's the thing. Mexico is going to give pressure to that team no matter what, even if it's an unrealistic pressure. And I know my country. I know the pressure is going to be there. So, but we'll see. I do think this USA team is very young. Good, very very good considering how young they are. So maybe not this World Cup, but it'll be interesting to see them 2026, and when they're playing at home.
Yeah, interesting. Tariq, what do you think about so I'm looking at Switzerland here in particular. Like I'm not convinced that they should be in this position that they're in, but is it because of, let's say, world rankings, performances over the last few international tournaments where they've come out of group stages and at least got into a knockout phase of whatever tournament they've played in? What do you think about it?
You got to look at it in a way with Switzerland. It is they do win a lot of their games when it's like whether it's friendlies, UEFA Nation League, or whatever, and they have put up a decent test against some of the teams in Pot 1. I know England, we played them in a friendly. They were quite good there. Probably should have scored more than the one goal that they did offer. And then when you're looking back at the Euros, penalties is what knocked them out. They don't have the pedigree that we're looking at, with Netherlands, Germany. They are one of the teams that you would prefer to get in if you're looking at it from a Pot 1 side for that reason. But they do have some decent players. The skipper, I've got to back him to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal gender, happy run. But they do. They're not the most attractive side to watch, but that's what happens in international football. They'll make it difficult. They've got some decent players and they're a good unit. So probably we'll have to look at Pot 3. We'll have to look at Pot 3 and see if anybody could replace them.
All right, so let's move on to Pot 3 now, which is right here. So we've got Iran, Japan, Morocco, Serbia, Poland, South Korea, Senegal, and Tunisia. It looks very across the board. It kind of looks very even to a certain degree. Do you know what I mean? It looks very even. Like everything here makes sense for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
There's some standouts when I'm looking at it, and Senegal, obviously AFCON winners, Serbia finishing top with their group with Portugal, giving them a good run for their money. Some real bright talents coming from Serbia at the moment, Dusan Vlahovic in particular. Senegal, we've got Mane in there, of course, and they had to beat Egypt to get past them again through penalties. But yeah, South Korea, Heung-min Son. There's a few names, and then of course, the man who's on screen, Robert Lewandowski. But those are the teams that stand out. So for me, I'm looking at Senegal. Morocco underperformed.
They weren't
what's
great.
Your thoughts on that, Roland? You're the AFCON king, so
they weren't great. I mean, obviously they qualified, obviously beating Congo. What was it? I think it was over 2 legs. It was 5-2 or something like that. And you know what was so funny to see? Like their main strike partnership weren't the main guys, if you know what I mean. So En-Nesyri, there's a lot of talk about him, at club level and then international level, but he didn't do anything too tough, you know what I mean, in the actual qualification stage. The two guys that came on was Tissadali and El Kabi. They both came on and scored in both legs of their qualification process. So I'm like, I wonder who's going to turn up. Obviously, now they have qualified as well. There's the question mark over Hakim Ziyech. Is the coach going to leave so that he can emerge? He can finally go back to playing for his country again, or will they reconcile and will he eventually join? And then you obviously got Mazraoui as well, Ajax fullback as well, who's also refused to join the national team after being called up because of the issue with the coach. So that's going to be an interesting scenario over the next few months. Are they going to be able to kind of like reconcile with the coach and then allow those two players to make their squad a lot stronger, or is it just going to be left the way it is? You know what I mean? I don't know.
It is true. And Paxton in the comments there saying Poland, Japan, Senegal favourites out of Pot 3. What about you, Santi? How are you feeling about Pot 3 when you're looking at it? If you're a Pot 2 side in Mexico,
yeah.
USA?
I mean, when you're looking at that Pot 3, like it's stronger than I would like for it to be. Like there's some good teams there. Like you said, Poland, South Korea, Senegal. I think there's maybe like a couple on that pot that I would hope to draw selfishly, but it's going to be slim pickings on that. I think it'll be a very good World Cup just because of the quality of the teams.
I think
even in Pot 3,
you look at Tunisia. Tunisia are also another standout. I think in regards to the way they play. Like I don't like the way they play, but they're going to be very difficult to break down. Every single time you see them, they're gonna set up in a way. Everybody's very compact. So it's gonna be interesting what kind of bigger team will face them when we look at the pot one teams. Who will face them? Will Brazil be able to break them down, or in England will they be able to break them down if they were to draw them? It'll be interesting to see what happens there. But let's move on to the final pot. There's a few interesting names in here.
And speaking of the final pot, you do know who we have in here representing one of the nations in the final pot. I think he's got his gear on. Here he is. Well, let's get that comment off screen so we can show him what big time. Moss in the place representing Canada.
Man, Moss.
We coming, world. We're coming.
Big up, man, like Moss in here. But look, let's get into pot 4. So obviously you got
Blue Jays, not Yankees.
We've got Ecuador, Saudi Arabia, Ghana, Moss's own country of Canada, Cameroon, and then obviously we still have some World Cup ties to actually kind of finish off, which will be happening in June, I believe. So Wales will be facing one of Ukraine and Scotland. Obviously, the situation in Ukraine meant that they had to move their tie. Then you've got New Zealand and Costa Rica, which is their playoff between. It's like it's a continental playoff between the two. So obviously Central America of Costa Rica and then Oceania of New Zealand, and then you got Peru. And then I believe Peru have qualified and they've got to play either Australia and the UAE in another kind of continental thing. So UAE would be classed as Middle East, I guess, or Asia. I don't know how they.
The UAE and Australia and like Oceania, they like.
Oceania, they're all they're all together.
Australia
so
got cocky and it's burnt them.
So they'll be playing each other to see who will play Peru, to see if they'll get a chance to be in the World Cup. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of pot 4 though? Like in terms of the names there, any surprises? Do you think, or is it just about right?
Should we make predictions on the playoff games, or?
Yeah, we should also see if you can get a prediction in there. Who do you think is actually going to make it to the World Cup out of those 3 playoff games?
Right.
Ukraine.
So Marcy saying Ukraine. I'm looking at Wales or Scotland for me personally.
I think Wales might take it, to be honest, depending on who they play.
Thinking probably Wales.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wales too. So we're going to say Wales for that one.
Ukraine's already in war. They're ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Those external factors are going to play into it too.
100%. What about New Zealand, Costa Rica? What do you guys think?
I've got to go Costa Rica.
Yeah, Costa Rica, hands down.
Yeah. Moss, you know about Costa Rica, don't you? With Canada.
Yeah. So does England, finishing above them.
It's true. It's a good shout. You're right.
And then the final kind of playoff going on there, out of Peru, Australia, and the UAE. Who do you guys think will make it through to the World Cup?
So Australia are going to beat UAE.
Yeah,
you never know. There could be a shock on the cards.
Australia hasn't been very good.
It could be a shock. You just never know.
It's a good point.
We could have a new country in the World Cup for the first time, especially in one that's in their kind of region as well.
UAE versus Qatar. Could you imagine?
Could you imagine?
But no, I'm red and white Peru, man. They're good. They're like Canada. They're a tight unit. They're family. They're gonna beat whoever wins that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that right back in the last World Cup? Advancula.
Peru's gone younger. They're good, man.
I got a funny story about Advancula. Yeah, so when I went to Peru like years ago, like probably like 2018 or something like that, and like everybody would come up to me thinking I was Advancula. And they would be asking me for pictures, like literally. So like imagine, I've finished. I did the Inca Trail in it. I went up to Machu Picchu, right? So I'm done. Like I'm finished. Like I've been camping out 4 days. Like I haven't had a shower in like 4 days. I'm sitting down just chilling. And I had mad people coming up to me just trying to get pictures because they thought I was Advancula. I was like,
they want interviews from Roland.
You see, they thought the guys watching in the comments, this wasn't scripted. We didn't mean to bring this up. Roland didn't pre-warn me when I brought up Advancula there. That's just mad. That is.
It's crazy, man. Like it was crazy, but yeah, that was a pretty funny story. Yeah, so Peru probably will get through. I haven't really seen much of Peru but I can take people's word for it in terms of what
I got Peru buddies here.
Okay, so I feel like
giving it to the Chilenos. They're giving it to everyone right now.
I feel like everybody wants to know though. Like, did you take the pictures? Did you pretend to be Avincula?
I did. I won on one occasion. I definitely did. Like, so basically, I definitely did still.
Was you single then? Because before I start like putting
yeah.
So obviously Manso is a nice Peruvian, you know.
Yeah,
right there.
And he was too much, but we ain't gonna too much. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, Moss is here, right? So I want you to talk about, you know, Canada obviously making it to the World Cup for the first time in how long is it, Moss?
It's right here.
1982, wasn't it?
86, I think.
82. 86.
Marching to Mexico. I was a wee lad.
Apologies, Santi. See, you got me there.
I had to buy the ball. It's been a long wait, my friends. It's been a long wait.
But how is it? How's the feeling in the country finally?
Oh, it's going madness. We've had an hour-long pregame show talking about Herdman and all our players and all the pots and who we want to get. And it's the women's game. This Herdman from Newcastle, Geordie, he lifted the women's up to another level. Like we'd always choke the USA or, you know, lose to France or something. And then the women's got over the hump. It was all because of him. He made them such a family. And then I'm like, oh, women's coach is going to coach our men's team. I was kind of like at first like, oh, man. And then I'm like, man, we're so young. It's like he's going to make them just desire and want to play for Canada for the first time. We've had Brazilian coaches, Spanish coaches, Italian. Nothing's worked ever. We have guys bawling on the field when we beat Jamaica that played in the 90s. All our players, they're bawling and crying and hugging our players. They're so happy for them. And it's just amazing. It's gone off here in the country. Like everyone's like full on. And it's never been like that. And you got to appreciate, I was made fun of like playing soccer when I was a kid. And why you don't play basketball? Why don't you play football? Hi. I'm like, no, I played a beautiful game, man. And now to see it's come where it's come, it brings a tear to your eye. We got Gary Caldwell, Scottish, Kevin Kilban, Irish, and Julian de Guzman on our pregame show. You can't hear anything, right?
Good. Yeah. But Roland, what about you? Because after a disappointing, you know, African Cup of Nations, surely when you was going into that, I know how you was feeling anyway, but those of you who don't, he wasn't going into there with too much optimism. He was going in there ready, you know, battle ready, the battle of the jollof. I kept hearing the commentator say that, by the way.
I was like, what is this, bro? Because you know, like, in our country, we're not saying that. Do you know what I mean? We're not saying it, so I don't know where it came from. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, you're going into
kept on saying like El Jalafico.
Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is. Like,
you see what I'm saying? And then after the first leg, it wasn't the most convincing performance, but you know, you were still in the tie. Come on, man. You're in the World Cup, bro. You're back at it. How you feeling?
Crazy. It's crazy. So, like, obviously, we all know what happened at AFCON. Like, it was a dismal performance. First time out of the group stage since 2006. To go into that tournament where, like, obviously it's a young team, so you're expecting a bit more desire from the players, you know. But like, it just seemed like we were in disarray. Obviously, the lead up to that AFCON wasn't great. Had to bring in Milo as the coach. He had some time to prepare. We're not going to give him excuses. He had some time to prepare. But, you know, at last minute, they were trying to get Otto Addo, who was the interim coach right now, from obviously he's a coach at Dortmund. So they were trying to get him in to help the team, but it was too late. Like, and it's a mid-season for Dortmund. So it's like, you can't do that. You have to have some sort of agreement for that to happen. So, you know, the preparation wasn't the greatest. Go out of the tournament. And then it's talk about, okay, Milo's been sacked. Who's going to be the new manager? So, obviously, we were thinking it's going to be Chris Hughton, but it's not just yet. Chris Hughton will probably move into that role for the World Cup.
He's helping though, hey Roland. He's helping. Yeah. He's going to bring.
I mean, so he's a technical advisor at the moment, but he would move into the head coach role, I think, once we get into this World Cup. And I think that team that they put together, like that technical team. So obviously it's Otto Addo, who's born in Germany but played for the Ghanaian national team. Then you've got George Boateng, who never played for Ghana, played for the Netherlands, but he's a UEFA A license holder, so he's got the license, he's got the qualifications to be a top coach. Do you know what I mean? Then you've got Didi, you got Dramani, yeah, who also used to play for the national team too, and then obviously you got the experience of Chris Hughton coming in at a technical advisor role. So it's like that little team there together. Like I was confident when I saw that. I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. Most of the flags here, but yeah. To qualify for this World Cup, obviously you saw it. Like we was emotional, like it was mad, like because it's big. Yeah. We going from like the depths of hell to get to the top of the mountain is kind of crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like in the space of 2 months, like to be able to just switch it around and have a battling performance. It wasn't the most attacking and free flowing performance like we've seen our country doing in previous World Cups, like all of you lot have seen. But to be able to be very compact, the coach to get his substitutions right. And for us to come away from Nigeria with the result, is all you can ask for. And to get to this World Cup, I know the country's happy. Like it was a bit, up and down. It was up in the air after the draw, the 0-0 draw. People weren't too happy in the crowd. They were like, "What's gonna happen? Are we gonna get through?" But for us to get to the World Cup, man, I'm just happy.
My Ghanaian shirt's ready.
Hey. Jeez, look at that!
You can't get Canada. You're lucky. You can't get us.
So yeah, I can't wait, man. It's going to be exciting in November. So you know how it is, man.
And this is what the World Cup's about, though, isn't it, people? You know what I mean? The fact that, look at this, we've got people representing different nations just in one stream.
Western Hemisphere.
Exactly. And then you look at the chat as well. We've got Guarin coming in, and then NN representing Cameroon. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we love to see. People, let us know where you're watching from and who you're backing. Like, is it family heritage, or is it the country that you don't know, you have an affiliation to? Let us know, people. We'd love to know about that. But I just want to ask a question now, because we can see Paxton coming in the chat talking about France. Who's your favorites, early favorites at this stage? I know it's quite early, squads haven't been released and that yet. Who are you looking at to win the World Cup?
I sent you the odds streak on WhatsApp.
What would the odds say?
The odds to win. You can get rich betting Canada. That's all I know.
you could probably get rich betting Ghana as well, or you probably get rich by betting England. To be fair,
it's kind of funny because I feel like ever since the whole Leicester situation, like everything, like all the odds went very conservative after that. So
you see that.
But that's a good shout. You can always make a little bit of better prediction once you see the actual draws themselves. So I think maybe it'd be fun to do a pre-draw prediction and then a post-draw prediction after we see the actual groups themselves.
Yeah, the groups matter so much.
It really does, because the pathways and that, though, doesn't it? England, in how good we've done in the World Cup and the Euros, is because of the pathway that we've had, the easier route. We still have to beat good teams in there. But yeah, man, it's going to be mad.
So, I guess for me, I'm just going to throw just one out there. I'm going to go with Germany. I think that we'll have to see if France, lives up to that curse, right, where the previous World Cup winner does not get out of the group stages.
Oof.
So
that would be a disappointment, big disappointment if they don't do it. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what group they get. If they don't do it, it's a big disappointment.
Right. And that's the thing is Germany did it 4 years ago. So
France, Belgium, Brazil. I mean, their squads are amazing.
But you say Belgium, though. Are they really? Because they're coming in towards the end of their golden generation.
Just look at that lineup. It's worth billion. Like
it's I feel like the defense, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead. No, Tariq, you had it spot on. You're
looking at the defense previously. What they had, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, company. Who they got now? Roland, who's currently in that? Jason Denayer.
Denayer, like. Is Vermaelen still there?
I think he's still. Yeah, Thomas Meunier is a right wing back.
Yeah, Meunier, like it's just, it don't look good. Like for me, I think Dedrick Boyata is somewhere in the mix there. Like,
see what I'm saying?
Their defense ain't great.
I'm not saying they'll win, but those lineups: France, Brazil, Belgium.
I'm looking at Brazil. Just
Yeah, Brazil's my favorite.
Neymar. I think
stack squad for Brazil.
Even without Neymar, they're amazing. They could have two
Neymar's
amazing
gonna
teams.
try and bring this home. He said this might be his last World Cup. I think it is.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna bring that home. Like it'd be crazy if he could do it.
How about Spain though? Spain are a bit of a dark horse, would you say?
Yeah, people are forgetting them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you saw how they performed in the Euros. They weren't fancied. We looked at their squad. Yeah, it was very workmanlike, but they was able to pull it out of the bag. I can't even lie. And obviously, Enrique's had a bit more time with them and whatnot. There's a few more young players emerging from there as well. Ferran Torres is looking amazing since moving to Barcelona. Hopefully he stays fit, you know, and then obviously we'll see what he can really do.
Pedri too, yeah. So good young players.
Does PK still play? Shakira's boy?
I think so. I think he still plays for. Does he? He still plays for Spain, right?
I'm not
Like
too
he
sure.
should, but will he start? Yeah,
I don't, because Garcia and Laporte, they've been playing for Spain a lot.
Probably won't start, but he'll be on the.
I think he'll be there just in terms of the squad.
When you're looking at Brazil, though, God, can we just talk about the attack that they've got? You've got Neymar,
two squads that could kill.
Rafinha, Anthony, Martinelli coming in, Richarlison, Gabriel
England,
Jesus, Firmino. It's
crazy, man. Like
England, guess what they just showed on the pregame thing here?
What's that?
The hand of God.
Oh, gee.
86.
So we talk about Argentina. Like, I mean, what about them? Messi, is this his
Martinez?
Is it Messi and Ronaldo's last World Cup?
So many little scenarios and narratives that are there like that for this World Cup. Obviously, this is the first ever Winter World Cup in a new country that there's been a lot of backlash when it was announced and all of that. Can we get a surprise winner? I don't know. Like it's the conditions are going to be interesting.
It's true.
They keep interviewing our players and stuff, Roland, and they keep saying they want Portugal or they want Argentina because they want to just play Messi or Ronaldo.
I mean, I think for some players, where they've started and where they're ending up, to be able to be on the same pitch as a Ronaldo and Messi would be a big achievement for them. You know what I mean? So I can't even fault them, to be honest.
Who do you think will be the biggest disappointment coming out of like the first two parts in particular? I feel like Portugal are going to be up there.
I think Portugal could get knocked off, but Jota's playing so good. It gives them such another weapon.
So their attack is amazing as well. You forget about, you got the Jotas, you got João Felix. Obviously, you got Ronaldo. You can't rule him out, and you got Bruno.
It's a bit similar to England, though, in terms of they got the attacking players, but the manager and how the team's set up, it's completely different. The midfield when we're talking about the base of midfield, he should be playing like the likes of Ruben Neves in there. But he picks Danilo and William Carvalho.
But he should, you're right.
But you see, I like William Carvalho, though. Just does his job. You know what? He just does his job.
You can have one of them. You can have one of them players, not two.
But that's Santos for you, though. Like, this is how he won that Euros for the country. He's got that credit in the bank as well because of that. You can't see somebody who can win you an international trophy. You can't chuck him off just because you don't like the way he plays. I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean?
The show has started. I was in Doha, when I went to the Baku Euro Cup final.
Oh, yeah.
I had to go through Qatar Airways to get over there and stopped in and out of Doha. Saw my first camel.
But Reese raises a good point, no? Let's think about it, people. Like,
that's what England, I was going to ask Tariq, Roland. Like, who would England want out of pot 2? It's a death trap, man.
I'll take Mexico.
Take Mexico.
I'll take Mexico.
I want Xhaka.
I want to see England, Germany. That's what I want to see. I want to see a
right in the group. Oh, man.
I want a rematch of the.
That's what lots of people are saying over here.
Do you know what I mean? Because
all I'm saying is last 7 World Cups we have gotten out of the group stages.
Yeah, Mexico always finds a way.
We got lucky. We get lucky.
Exactly.
Mexico finds ways.
Mexico do find ways. I think with how it's set up, like if you're a European team, you can get 2, isn't it? Like you can get 2.
The only region that can have 2 in a group is Euro. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I definitely want Mexico. I'll take Switzerland, Croatia now, age inside also.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If I don't get Xhaka, I think I want Croatia. We match up better.
What about you guys? What about you guys in pot 4, man? Because this is big for you in terms of who you want.
We'll go last, but it'll be drama at the end.
I want England. I want Uruguay. Just get one of those. I'll take
England
one
versus Ghana. That would be.
Do you know how mad that would be over here? Like
we want England. We want England. Come on, play Maguire. Maguire.
You know how crazy that would be? Because obviously, obviously because of let's talk about London specifically, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Ghanaians that live in London, innit? So imagine that going on. The whole narrative, we're going to be out in the streets. It's going to be cold, but we're going to be out in the streets anyway. And obviously back home, like our country's football mad. You know, it's going to be like amazing to see that as well. But Uruguay be the one, just at least Uruguay. I'll take them in the group. We have unfinished business. Tough, we've got unfinished business. Like I want Suarez's head has to be on the spike for what he did.
He's now the all-time leading Calma Ball goal scorer. He passed Messi.
Yeah, that's good. Don't worry. That's the only trophy you have in his career.
That's what we like to hear. At international level,
At international level. I want to make sure that we send them home packing. I'm telling you now, I want them in the group.
You want to put the silver stake through the vampire's heart?
That guy, he's finished after this World Cup. I'm telling you, we're sending.
Yeah, but they got another great one coming, Darwin Nunez.
I know. I don't think he'll be playing too much, to be honest with you. He'll be on the bench.
They'll play Cavani and Suarez. They will, yeah.
So
I'm looking at this though. Honestly, guys, England, Canada, that would be something special.
The
The
red and white, and throw Swiss in there. We'll have an all red and white battle.
I know, right? Oh man, it's gonna be good though. But Mexico, I'm looking at Mexico, USA, Santi. I'm not feeling them too much. I think the USA can be got at. I don't know. I don't know if they're ready yet.
Good with England too, though.
USA. I think it's one of them like young squad. I think it could get to them, the pressure of it. Because let's be honest, you know, and I can confidently say it. Like US they do not pay attention to football or, you know, soccer here at all until it gets to the World Cup, and then everybody's watching. So when suddenly everybody's actually watching, that, you know, that does turn into a little bit of pressure. So, you know, with them, like I mean, selfishly, you know, I know we're rivals with them. I hope they get into the group of death. That's
true. That's true. I can hear you saying that.
Funny. I still remember when they knocked us out in 2002. It still hurts. So
yeah,
like last time when US didn't make it, I couldn't believe the Americans. Oh, we're not in the World Cup. Suddenly they're paying attention. They're like, oh, we're not even in it.
It's true. What about this, Roland? Don't you think, guys, the winners of each region should be in pot 1?
Yeah, I think that would have been better.
I understand the logic behind it, but like, you know how the way they do these things, they cook the books over at FIFA. Do you know how it goes?
Oh yeah,
they cook the books. So like, this is why you look at that pot 1. Of course, Brazil's going to be in there. Argentina.
Like I want Qatar, obviously number 1. But if I don't get Qatar, like, I want England.
Like Qatar being in the pot 1 just kind of skews the group stage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But you know, because then there'll be a team in pot 2. Let's say Germany get Qatar, they'll beat Qatar. We can say that confidently right now, even though they're at home. Like, so it's going to skew it a little bit. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. And of course, some of the teams in pot 1 would have liked to have played Qatar because they would have just given them an easier game, you know, in the group stage as opposed to what they will be getting right now. Like, so, you know, there is the potential of an England, Germany or Argentina, Germany or something like that. Like, so I do think that it does make sense and it would have been interesting, but hey, I mean, this is
Rick, have they already said like Qatar is Group A or what?
Yeah, Qatar is definitely in Group A because they have to get the first game as well on that.
Who's this lady speaking? Do you know?
I'm watching it on the BBC at the moment, so I'm just seeing like, you know, Mark Chapman, Alan Shearer, and that.
Mine is some ladies talking.
What, on the stage? Is she on the stage?
Yeah,
they haven't cut to this yet. Well, I was saying this to Rich earlier. They always long this out though, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the ceremony. They're doing the ceremony. That's why, like, so if you're watching it on TV, you can hit the red button if you're in the UK, yeah, and you can watch the
There's gonna
ceremony.
be Kings and Sultans and
And all that,
football collabs. Everything's gonna get.
You get all of that stuff, but then obviously, but like where me, like I don't know how Tariq you're watching. I'm watching off my laptop, so they're just in the studio right now.
Yeah, still in the studio here. Yeah,
No, mine's the Doha stage.
Yeah, you see, but
I
don't know.
Guys, let's talk about some of the teams that missed out.
I said we should do a World 11 of missing.
So,
11.
like, obviously, Colombia is a big one from South America.
Norway, man, my Norway, Holland and Odegaard.
But yeah, like, so there were some other teams. Let me just pull them up as well that missed out. Obviously, Nigeria missed out.
Colombia, yeah.
Algeria missed out. You know, they're former African champions themselves.
Turkey,
Jamaica missing out after there's been a big revamp in terms of he's got the Jamaica shirt on. There's been a big revamp of like
they need John Barnes. They need John Barnes.
Do you know what I mean? So that was a big one, I think, for me. Who else missed out? That was like a big name. I'm trying to think.
I'm getting so many messages. Canadians are so pumped.
Obviously, Italy as well missing out. That was big. Obviously, North Macedonia knocking them out, which is crazy.
Yeah, Italy's out.
And that's 2 in a row for Italy now as well that they've missed out on.
Man smiled. He smiled.
Ireland. Ireland always makes cups, and they didn't even come close.
Yeah, I think their team's just a bit too young. I think they'll be ready for the next World Cup.
They're rebuilding a bit.
But yeah, of course. Nigeria.
I'm glad Cameroon got in. Man, that was dramatic, Roland?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I thought they were done, and then all of a sudden they win.
That was late. And then Noah will not be seeing
I didn't think he would be.
Forget those 3 lions there. I'm telling you, forget those
red and white.
But yeah,
the candy bars.
Yeah, if you get those, you might say the free lion.
Oh, we got a Gooner on stage, Idris Elba.
Hey, love to see that.
Gooner on stage.
Big up everyone in the chat watching as well, guys. This is good. Get your interaction, keep going, because I'm just here laughing at a lot of these comments, going after Roland and that 3 lines on the shirt.
Allow me, man. No 3 lines.
Debating.
Honestly, though, like the Italy is crazy though, considering they won the Euros just so recently. Like it was just, it's just such a fall from grace once again.
Insigne is focused on Toronto FC. That's all it is.
But you know what's so funny about it? Yeah, they all look very shocked. Like when the result was done, they scored in the 90th minute, and everybody was just standing around like mouths open. I was just like, this is how it goes. You have to win the game. You're at home. Like, why are you shocked? It don't make no sense. Like, we got Rich.
We got 2 Ghana representatives in the place right now.
Standard.
See the way.
You want England too, Rich? You want England too, like us and Roland?
I need
just for our Nigerians out there, notice how we're in pot 4 and they're at the bottom of their pot.
They got burnt. You took my job, man.
They're lost.
Oh man,
they got
man. Right, so they're running through England's worst case scenario. What was that? Let me just go back quick. 15
oh yeah, just saw that there.
England, Germany,
Senegal,
Canada would be their worst nightmare.
If we win the playoff. Yeah, so
Senegal
Chile is another notable omission, right?
Yeah, Chile. Yeah, Chile was a big one.
Do you know what? Oh, that's true. Do you know what we haven't really spoke about as well? How the conditions will play a part in the World Cup for these sides, because England, they're going to struggle. Yeah, England will struggle for sure. Ghana will be all right. Like,
yeah, I think it'll be fine.
Teams close to the equator, they'll be cool.
Think about it. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because obviously we used to see, we were hearing stuff like a few years back where they were saying they're going to be playing with aircon on in the stadiums whilst the games is on, because there's going to be games at like 1 o'clock over here, which would mean it would be 4 over there, maybe.
Yeah, 3 hour difference.
3 hour difference. Yeah, so about 4 o'clock over there, and then obviously I think they
early morning for us.
Yeah, then obviously they got a game at 4 and I think another game at 7 over there. And it makes sense because obviously it's going to be cooler at nighttime there, so it'd be probably best to play some of the games. So yeah, conditions. If you're playing the early game, like at the 4 o'clock, it's still going to be very warm, I believe.
But yeah, they have some crazy stadiums. I mean, they're all air conditioned, but it's the if they played in the summer, English fans, people going would be dying. Like it'd be 45 degrees.
Yeah.
So they had to have winter, but I can't believe they've worked this out that we're having a winter World Cup.
Look who just joined.
Man like
Ed.
Edmund.
Man like Ed.
Yes, and
We've got
What's
two
the
lines
average
here. Where's the
temperatures
third?
in the winter?
I forget Lions. I'm picking someone else.
I was there. When was that? When we played it was May when we played Europa Cup final, and I got there like 11 midnight in Doha. Beautiful airport. It's amazing. It's like immaculate. And then I go downtown, go to a restaurant with some friends, and it's like midnight or so, and it was like almost 35 degrees still.
Yeah, the countries over there in the Middle East is crazy, man. I can't even lie. I just seen this comment from Jez. Jez said Nigerians are going to the World Cup, because they got Davido on the World Cup soundtrack.
Oh wow! Money fall on you. Hey,
that is hilarious, bro. That is so funny. Like, how did he get this?
Are you guys seeing dancing now?
How did he sneak in there, bro? That's crazy, man.
When is this draw actually going to start, though? Seriously.
Oh,
Besides,
it'll be a while.
plus,
It'll
can you
be a
hear any
while.
echo on my side? Is it all good?
apparently I've been hearing 525.
525.
525. What's wrong with these people, man?
Apparently, but don't quote me on that.
This is a joke, man. And
It'll be a while.
That's mad.
I
That's
know.
mad.
This, but you know what? It's making it.
I don't even
interesting.
know these singers.
But Ed,
Yeah.
but Ed, who do you want for England after seeing the pots?
Yeah.
Canada will smash them. That's fine.
What, dude? We have the best English manager in the world.
Yeah, it's the players that I'm not worried about.
Oh, yeah, I
I
want
don't
you
know.
guys
I'm watching
now
the things come
more.
across. No,
Oh.
in all fairness, that was just to get Moss to bite, and I think it worked.
Oh.
That aren't the
It was a big one.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want anyone out of pot two. I'll take Switzerland.
I know Pod 2's a nightmare, man.
For real. I'll take Croatia as well.
Yeah, Croatia. They're all older.
I want Jack and the Swiss.
And then pot three's looking a bit mad as well. What about you,
Pot three.
Rich? You haven't given yours yet as well.
Who do I want in the group?
Yeah.
Who you want Ghana to get?
Qatar.
Yeah, obviously.
Give them.
Croatia.
Yeah.
We can't get Saudi Arabia. Who's in pot three?
Senegal, Iran, Japan, Morocco,
Yeah,
Serbia.
Iran will do.
Tunisia is the bottom one. Tunisia.
Who's the manager for Iran now?
You can't get Tunisia. You can't get Tunisia.
I don't know, but it's not Carlos Queiroz. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, after watching AFCON. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's the
I just realized
FIFA
that
guy.
most of the AFCON teams are in pot 3, so kind of limits who Ghana can get.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I just want Uruguay. That's all I want. I want to see Suarez, and I want to
you
look
want
him in the eye.
Suarez, we keep saying.
I want to look him in the eye and say, "Why did you do that last time?" And make sure you get. I will send you home. Like you're going to be going home in the group stage. That's what I want.
Do
Like, but
Oh
yeah.
man. Come on, man. Let's get it started. Come on, let's stop all
I
this
want
talk
English.
on the TV.
I want England too.
Yeah, of course, England would be a good one because that's if Jamaica would have made it through, that's the team I wanted to come through as well.
But 100% the neutrals are gonna be going for
It just be a vibe. That's what I'm saying. It just be a vibe, just to be because I didn't go to the friendly we had at Wembley like a few years back. I didn't go to that, but I know for a fact it was live. And like obviously we've played. There's been friendlies between African teams at like Craven Cottage and Loftus Road and stuff. And
Nigeria's done that lots, yeah.
Yeah, so those have been vibes. I've been to the one at Upton Park though, which was before West Ham moved to the London Stadium, and there was like friendlies and stuff between Ghana, Nigeria,
Jamaica used to always go and play in England too.
Yeah, so those have been interesting, and obviously you get people that just don't support either nation that just come there and just want to enjoy the vibe too. So it is what it is.
How about you, Moss, for France? Is that your second team that you're gonna be cheering?
Oh yeah, I think they're awesome, but no, I'm always been Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands.
That's always been my team.
Has anyone got a team like
1988, the best
that they'd like
Europa.
that they'd like to see do well in the competition? You know, it's just like little. You know, you just might like the team. Like, yeah, everyone loves a Brazil, surely. Like, apart from that,
who's your second, Santi?
Look, all I want is just for us to get to the 5th game. Like that, I know standards are low, but like just break the curse. Like that's all I want.
Santi, big question. If USA and Mexico played each other, who you backing?
He's Mexico.
I don't say Mexico.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah, you true.
See, they're the team for me, Mexico. You know, you asked that question.
Yeah.
1994 was my first World Cup, and Mexico were amazing then. That kind of brought the colour, and the team was, and they've just always been there since.
True.
It's not a World Cup for me without Mexico being there.
Yeah, 1986 was amazing. Maradona, and me and Santi were talking about it the other night that Hugo Sanchez never got the respect over on your hemisphere. He was amazing back then.
Yeah, mine's Brazil, man. Like, because the first time I watched the World Cup was I missed out on 98, so 2002.
2002,
it's
yeah.
the Ronaldinho, the chip over Seaman. The chip over Seaman, Ed, is not a fluke. This is Ronaldinho. It's magician. But yeah, that was my first introduction into like World Cup football, seeing that Brazil team and all of that, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. This is a team, and it wasn't even their best team out of the teams that have won the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? Like they've had better teams, but
98 was a pretty awesome World Cup with France.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think 2002 was probably like the first World Cup I remember, because 98, like I remember just very bits of it, but like 2002 was like really, really like when I was like most involved. Like I said, you know, like to answer Tariq's question, like U.S. versus Mexico, like I remember being up at 2 a.m., you know, because it's in South Korea, and I was just, you know, little 8-year-old me was cursing Landon Donovan.
That top is never coming out again. I'm telling you now, it's gone.
It is banned.
We only wore it for one tournament, and I think even one game. We lost to Zimbabwe in the 2006 AFCON, and that was it. I never seen a black Ghana top again. No manufacturers made one. I don't want to wear it again. It was a sick top. It has Essien on the back, but
yeah,
I got rid of it.
I've got a question for you guys then. So, what's your World Cup moment? The one that sticks in your head. For me, I'll start off because my first World Cup was 2006 when I really got into it. Yeah,
you guys are so young.
So young.
Ed and Moss looking
so
like
young.
So for me, it has to be the Zidane headbutt. Like,
that
has to be that one. I was watching that thinking,
I hated that Italy won, but man, I loved that moment.
The Zidane headbutt for me. That was a madness. I also saw the Ronaldo, you know, when Rooney got sent off, but the Zidane one was a bit crazy. That one's for me.
How about when Beckham got sent off there, Ed?
Yeah, that
give me
that game, the Argentina game in '98 is probably my moment. We had the Sol Campbell header that was disallowed, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Bex got sent off. Yeah, missed the penalties.
Beckham came to Canada right after that and hid from the English media with the Spice Girls. It was hilarious. We'd see him in Canada.
Oh man.
Roland, what about you? World Cup moment. Are you agreeing with Jez?
Well, he said, no, not that. No way, man. No way. I think it's actually Ghana making their debut, innit? Like
that was pretty good.
You know, like obviously we had a group. We was in a group with Italy,
Maradona,
Czech Republic, and somebody else. I forgot who. But like in 2006, like that was the big moment for me because obviously I'd never seen
USA, I believe.
USA. USA as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So that was like a big moment for like my family and all that because nobody had ever seen Ghana got to a World Cup in it. Nobody at all with it. So for you to be in the middle of it, it's kind of crazy. So that's probably
Someone's excited for Ghana.
Yeah,
always.
Come on.
Getting hyped there.
2002 World Cup was for Guarin.
I was just a little kid when Maradona went through the whole England team and did the hand of God. That was pretty inspirational for me. And Canada was in it, but the one I was so pumped for was 94 USA World Cup. No one talks about how amazing Bearcamp's goal was. It was fantastic. And the guy was absolutely in anxiety the whole tournament because he hates flying, and he was flying all over USA. And at the end of the tournament, I was in Calgary at a soccer tournament. I was bugging a bunch of Italians that Baggio only scores field goals. And I got beat up bad. Let's just leave it at that.
And I see Cameroon 1990.
Yeah, Roger Miller.
94.
Big up Manuel, man.
Yeah, Cameroon 90. That was
So,
awesome.
For me, is being able to stand toe to toe with Germany.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That game
was mad.
we were brilliant. That game
We played really good.
And arguably should have won the game, but
Yeah, we should have won the game, but
What is that? The guy Gian, he was amazing.
yeah.
What about where was you when Germany beat Brazil 7-1?
I was sitting at home, boy. I was loving this feast of football, mate. I was just like, yeah, okay.
David Luiz, that was epitomal chicken with head cut off game.
I remember that game. So I was at uni, and we for whatever reason, a friend of a friend showed up and just happened to be Brazilian, and the guy was just talking about how David Luiz was like the best defender in the world, and we're like, hold up, and like we just basically spent like a good 30 minutes before the game just ragging on David Luiz. And like by the end of the game, this guy was just like, yeah, you guys were right. He's so bad.
Oh, man.
He was terrible.
They were just showing the highlights of that 7-1, and like he's bringing it back here because I saw so many people crying like on that day. Like it was kind of crazy. Yeah. And obviously Neymar just got injured in it in the game.
There were so many suicides
against Colombia, in it. So yeah, that was like it was like backs against the wall, in it type of thing. But yeah, crazy. Man.
And after watching the Neymar documentary, it's actually how well he did to come back after that, because that could have been a career-threatening injury that he had.
Yeah, it was bad.
Injury.
The back injuries are worse.
Because I remember that game. Yeah, like they was moving mad. Colombians against them. They were kicking them like any opportunity would just kick them. Crazy, man. But
so they'll be doing the Buchanan and Alfonso. They'll be so scared of our speed. There ain't anyone that can deal with our wings.
It's true. 98 Jamaica, man. That's the year I was born. I wish I saw that.
Robbie Earl header.
Oh, you see what I mean?
Well, here comes the trophy.
Yeah, Didier Deschamps.
Hey, bro, we've got a long wait though.
It's a long wait, man. But
I'll try not. Well, I can't promise for Moss or Santi, but I'll try not to spoil especially Moss. Moss will definitely spoil it.
Oh, am I ahead? I can pause always.
I think I can't pause, you see, but we're on the same time, Moss. I won't spoil it though. My facial reactions might give you a little hint to what's happening.
So am I ahead or you're ahead?
I think we're on the same time, Moss.
Right now, Idris Elba's speaking.
Yeah, and he's just pointing to Didier Deschamps' son.
Yeah.
Is that his son?
Deschamps.
Or was that? Oh,
I'm gonna go grab
an emotional French kid.
See, if I put this on the TV, the girls are gonna start making bare noise. So
yeah,
I've got iPlayer, and instead,
right back.
I'll just keep an eye on the comments then, yeah, because the comments will.
I am putting the comments. Once it starts, I'm going to go to.
Like we know this.
I'm going to go to private chat.
Yeah. Go into private chat.
Sideshow Bob David Luiz. That was funny.
See that vibes? See, and about Neymar there. Oh, man. But it should be good. Can they just stop the waffle now? And
who's the little kid?
Some kid from a crowd, I think, that they were just showing him. He's in the crowd crying.
Won a prize to go on.
Yeah. Rush, to answer your question, they're watching Jojo and Granddad. Jojo and Granddad.
Jojo and Granddad.
Yeah. I mean, the Bears just there trying to walk. Hey.
I tried to pose this question, Drizzy. I said, Man United win the quadruple, invincible, or Ghana win the AFCON. Because if I was going to say Ghana win the World Cup, it's easy because, if you're not expected to win it, that's a bigger achievement than even United.
If we win the World Cup, I'm moving. I'll just move. Like there's nothing, like you can't stop me. I'm just gone. Like whoever wants to join me, you can join me in Ghana. I'm not coming back.
What about you, Rich? Because Crystal Palace or Ghana?
No. They got drawn into Group L. They got drawn into Group L.
Sorry,
Drawn into Group L.
Ghana comes first.
Ghana first. No, not yet. The draw's about to start.
No one's been drawn yet, Grace.
No one. Yeah, they've taken a while. We've been streaming for an hour. I thought it was going to be late, and we haven't even seen no name out of the hat. No hot balls being touched.
You haven't seen the hat?
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Isn't it one of those balls with the?
Yeah, the hot balls. You know how FIFA work. Warm balls on that.
Yeah, FIFA be doing some real dodgy type of stuff. So people,
exactly.
You know how they do stuff.
Yeah, true.
Aye, any African nation wins it. It's on top.
Yeah,
it would have been ours. It would have been ours. I swear to God, it would have been ours. Yeah, if man like Suarez didn't do what he did.
If Gian put his penalty away, I'm not absolving him of any blame.
It's true.
Every penalty he took, he rolled bottom corner. This one, he wanted to try and roof it.
No worries, there'll be a super African winning the cup. Liberian Alfonso Davies.
I really wish because that was a historic World Cup, first World Cup in Africa, and we were this close to becoming the first team in the semi-finals of a World Cup from Africa. If we had done that, who knows? I think the momentum was with us. We could have got to a final, and then who knows? Do you know what I mean? But here's what
Cameroon 90 and almost Ghana.
It's gonna take time for us to get to that kind of level again. I don't know if we'll ever get to that level, to be honest with you, because that squad of players was like, it's kind of generational.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Generational, Carl. You're not gonna get you got 3 top midfielders in your midfield. Like you can't have an Essie and Montari who were at their time they was at the top of their game, and then you have Stephen Appiah as well, who he's had a lot of years in Europe. So he started his career in Europe at I think Udinese, then went to Juventus. He went to Juventus, and then obviously he was kind of doing this kind of journeyman thing and all that. But for the country, it was crazy. So I mean, here's what it is, And then obviously you got Jan up front.
Yeah.
No, takes you back.
Well, I just want. Do you know what? Me and Moss was talking about this yesterday. I want to ask both of you your thoughts quickly. What about Callum Hudson-Odoi and Tariq Lamptey considering to play for Ghana now? Do you respect that, or do you think?
I think with Callum's situation is a bit different, isn't it? Like he's not allowed to switch until November anyway. Yeah. So I think he's been considering it for some time.
Free Tomori.
I don't even blame people, man. Like they just want to play international football, and if it means it's going to strengthen my country, I'm not going to say anything. I can't really say anything to it. You know what I mean?
I'm not complaining. I mean, if they come and they go after the tournament, whatever, I don't care. Listen, it gives us a better chance in the tournament. And as a player, once you realize you're not going to play for one respected national side, there's no point of hanging around. And to Boss's point about Tomori, he's got. If he's not selected for the squad, he's got to go. He's got to change his country.
He's Canadian. He grew up here, man.
I see a podium finally.
Yeah, I know.
Sandy, I got some old school for you.
How did Jermaine Genius bag this job here, bro?
Wait, Jermaine Genius?
Yeah.
Jermaine Genius is on stage right now.
Did you not see Superman walk on?
Well, how is Jermaine Genius?
How did he bag this, bro?
That's awesome.
Yo,
old school Sanchez days.
He's the draw.
He's his agent.
Listen, he secured the bag.
Who's this lady?
He's got a better agent than Choupo-Moting, boy. Because Choupo-Moting, fam, this is crazy, man. What?
Yeah.
See, this makes sense. Carly Lloyd, actually won the World
Cup. The other lady.
Do you remember Jermaine Genius walking the bench?
No.
I know who's the man for Johnson.
I'd rather have Gareth Barry than Jermaine Genius.
Carly Lloyd.
That's Gareth Barry.
Yeah.
Gareth Barry.
At least he played.
I mean, true.
Christine Sinclair, not this phony American.
True. Wait, so how did he get this job? He should be sitting in the studio with all them man there. Like, he should be sitting with Shearer and that.
He's because he's so handsome, like Tariq. Jermaine James. Man, it's sometimes you see players play like in England, and then you hear their voice, and it's like, man, that voice doesn't match what I thought.
To be fair though, no offense to my Nottingham massive, but yeah, the Nottingham accent is a bit different.
It's weird.
Yeah.
These are all the people that are going to draw the balls out. So Cafu's just come on.
That you see makes it. How is Jermaine
You
Genius
are
and
a few
Cafu
seconds
saying-
there.
You know, it's like the whole Robbie Savage. Like, whenever he's sitting on a panel with like the other people that have Premier League medals, where your claim to fame is probably getting Birmingham up from the championship.
His hair is his claim to fame,
and then becoming the United Academy graduate.
Yeah, class of '92, isn't he?
Yeah, class of '90. He likes to sneak in there, but like,
oh man, you guys are a bit ahead.
It's not you.
Yeah, I think I'm ahead. What about you, Santi? Where are you at?
So I just saw somebody just walk up.
Jermaine Genius.
Is it JJ?
No, I'm trying to figure out who it is. They just showed him like kind of turn.
So
Is it Cafu?
Cafu just walked out for me.
Yeah.
They gotta bring Rude Hullet again. They gotta bring Rude Hullet again.
This is eking this out, aren't they?
Yeah, it's true. Lamptey has more. I think has a better chance of playing for England than Wan-Bissaka, personally.
What do you think, Tariq?
Man like JJ Okocha, yeah. That's the only representative of Nigeria making it to the World Cup, though.
Make him draw Ghana's ball out.
Nah.
That would be awesome.
Nah.
No, that was it's true. Yeah, and now because voice, yeah, I watched his documentary. Big up Sanson in the place as well, man. Big up to yourself, Genius over Cafu, easy.
Man like Lothar Matthäus as well. Look at him.
Guys, they say if you hit the like button in the chat, guys. I'm trying to think what scenario
They'll
happens.
draw a ball.
Yeah. If everyone hits the like button now, the World Cup draw will start.
So my stream's in Spanish, and I had I muted my microphone to hear it for a second, and I was like trying to short circuit with like trying to listen to two different languages at the same time. And you're like, hold on.
I can imagine, you know what I mean? Because they've got the headpieces on for the translation. Yeah. Come on, and we're gonna get started. Any more introductions?
Yeah, they've got to draw one for each part.
Tim Cahill.
That's a Tim Cahill.
He's gonna head of the
Get a
ball.
little ahead
Yeah,
of
he
me.
should head. Oh man, come on. We gotta go for every pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look,
You have every pot, and then every pot.
Dreambone. He's my good luck star.
they're bringing out some royalty now. Look. This guy's come out in the.
He was massive in the 1954 World Cup role, and that's all.
Who's this one?
No.
Oh,
Roland's on the royalty now, the Qatari royalty.
oh yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. I don't know.
For me, Tim Cahill's just walking out.
Yeah, we're slightly.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tim Cahill's about to walk out right now.
I'm off. Gotta go. I'm done now.
Oh yeah, catch it a bit,
Boys, been a pleasure.
Big up.
It's
Good pressure.
cool.
Isn't that Bora Milutinovic?
I'm gonna have to watch this on my phone now.
I know you didn't get to see one.
You know what? That might be a better idea. I might watch on my phone because this is too slow. I need to be in time with Tariq and Rich.
I'm not.
Yeah, Tariq's ahead of me.
Yeah, Tariq, you're ahead.
I am mad behind him.
I'm watching off satellite. That's why. Yeah, I mean.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Rich, you can watch Cafuta just walked out for you.
Not that bad. It's the Donny with the pink tie.
The big tie.
You know what? Listen, as Michael Jordan said, unfortunately, yo, girls, send me the remote, please.
Yeah,
No, I am.
You didn't want to say that. You didn't want to say what you actually said. You had to say that way, you know what I mean?
No. Pass me the remote, please, sweetie.
But you know what? I'm feeling nervous now. I actually do enjoy. Like, I don't really care about other draws, like Champions League. I'll still watch it if my team's involved. But this
Like
one's
this
quite
is
big.
his history being made, like as we speak.
It's for real. Exactly
Very-
that. And yep.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just gonna ask who's your team? Is it England or?
Yeah.
'Cause I know you were rooting for Jamaica, but
I mean, I wish Jamaica didn't let me down. I wish they didn't. But yeah, it has to be England, really. Got Arsenal players in there now, so I feel more of an affiliation
Yeah.
to England.
I know I don't usually cheer for them, but with all the Arsenal guys, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And especially after what happened with Bukayo Saka in the Euros and, Rashford and Sancho. You know what I mean? So I'm cheering these guys on. The brothers ready. So we have to.
Rich, who do you think's gonna come out of that, like Scotland, Ukraine, and then Wales mix there?
Wales.
Another red and white.
I just think Gareth Bale is the X factor in this.
And Ramsey.
He's clutch for Wales.
He's so clutch.
Clutch for Wales.
Ramsey plays amazing for Wales.
He's so clutch for Wales. Like he's eclipsed Ryan Giggs' legacy like by far. Do you know what I was there?
Yeah.
Yeah. By far, like crazy, man.
All right, let me just confirm. So I got Cahill's chatting.
Yeah, you're in the same thing as me.
Yeah, Kayo's chatting with the lady.
All right, now it's Gina's chatting.
Yeah, we're on the same time, Rich. Rich is
Cahill didn't get picked in your all-time Premier League draft.
nah.
Nah, I've common sense.
No Aussies. It was an Aussie band that draft.
No Cahill. Leighton Baines just squeezed it for me. I have no other choice.
Leighton Baines.
See, Roland knows, man. Roland respects the
Leighton Baines was so cold. Like, yo, people don't respect that guy, man. He was cold. Wow.
he was amazing on FIFA 14.
Oh,
He had a good left foot.
That guy was a baller, man.
Cool. Okay, man. Let me get the girls' food ready so I can watch this in peace.
They're saying, let's go.
Top ranked nations, pot one.
we're just talking about pots now. Come on, let's go, people. Guys in the chat, we're here. We're hitting out energy, all energy. Come on,
football gods.
An hour and 15 or hour and 10 minutes in, like finally the World Cup draw is coming on. So
I didn't realize you were starting early. I thought you were starting right on the clock.
I'm gonna need to go ahead and expand my lunchtime on my calendar at work.
Nice.
Like, oh yeah,
for real.
World Cup draw brought by Nippon.
Mexico, Netherlands, Denmark, Germany, Uruguay, Swiss, USA, and Croatia.
Big up my guy Drizzy as well. I'm in a tight spot. He's Ghanaian born, but he's a naturalized American. You already know what side you're picking, Drizzy. Let's not do this, please.
Yeah, what if it's US Ghana same group?
Yeah, well, it's when you're an ethnic minority, I feel like you have no choice but to back the mother.
Well, we've got history with the US in it, so it'd be another nice little narrative in there. This younger American team with like players that are now playing in highest level in Europe and stuff now. So yeah, it's a bit of a different test for Ghana as opposed to how it used to be back in the day when they had a lot of players that used to play in the MLS, for example, and had a couple of people in the highest level of Europe and stuff. So
was Freddie Adu Ghanaian like descent? Was it?
Yeah, he was as well.
He was better when he was 16 than when he was older.
Yeah, to be fair, his career peaked and tailed off very, very quickly. I can't even lie. Because when he was 20 years old, he was doing trials in Europe. Like I remember he had a trial at Man United, a trial at Benfica.
Like he was amazing at 16, like a world beater at 16.
Yeah, like 16. And obviously, what was he? The youngest player to ever debut in the MLS or something like that. Yeah, I believe. And yeah, he just the fame in it. Like it's hard to adjust to fame when you're 15 years old.
He didn't grow. Like he stayed so small.
So it's just one of those like, interesting.
Look at that. Give me Qatar.
give me Qatar.
And Everton did have some quality fullbacks. I know.
Yeah, obviously Seamus Coleman in his peak was mad as well.
For real.
Ooh, he was exactly crazy.
One of the best right backs in the league at that time.
At that time, he was crazy.
Exactly. England, Brazil. Oh.
Hey, imagine that. No, but for real though, imagine that.
Where the hell is Creambone? He's our Canadian good luck charm. He doesn't watch 2 games, we lose both.
It's true. If Wales make it through, at least I can be happy. Real Madrid fans, that was mad. Calling fired.
All right. It looks like we're on
All
our way
right.
right now.
Finally.
All right.
Fine,
The first,
Lord.
by the way, the
Write
first.
something down.
I'm gonna be on the buttons right now. I'm gonna be on the buttons right now to just
Qatar.
Cafu is gonna get Brazil.
Hey, yo, hey, don't
Qatar.
ruin it for the man, then, brother.
I don't realize who's far behind. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, everyone else apart from us, bro.
Hey, look, I'm here on the buttons. I'm gonna update the screen.
Qatar.
But the thing is, everyone knows Qatar was going to be drawn first anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just get
Right.
out of the way. I'm gonna slap that on the screen.
It's gonna be shocking.
Not that shocking. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, of course. A1. Like, what's the point in that?
Qatar.
What's that?
Group A. What?
You know what's so funny as well? Like it's a different color
Better
board.
shoes.
You don't even need to do anything. Just pick it out. Yeah, Qatar.
This is where it gets interesting now. This is
Scrolling to just pick out the same ball.
pick the same ball out. It's crazy.
this is where it gets interesting now, people. The second
Now we get
one's
going.
about to be drawn.
Right. Let's see.
Coming. Let's go.
Right.
Let's see.
I've seen it, guys. I've seen it, ladies and gents.
Who's the first?
Don't
in
say
that?
And so is Rich as well. So is Rich.
Who's the top team in this one? I don't.
Inglaterra.
So now we're gonna find out which group.
My stream is dead. I just saw England.
I don't even. I'm not even.
It's-
I just seen England now. Yeah, England, and then who? What group, man? What?
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll see.
Let's see, because I've got to update this thing, man. And I'm so far behind.
True. I should probably.
Just a quick question. I don't know. Have we seen has the tournament table been?
Mark it down. Mark it
That
down.
was my question because I would want to see like the pathway.
The permutations
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Rich, Roland, what do you think?
I'm sure
Like,
it
is
has been already.
Like,
Oh, sorry.
do you think it's
Okay.
fair we're even having the draw right now? Like, without everything decided completely?
So England are group.
I
B,
think
right?
so. Yeah, I think they can't wait.
It
I think
doesn't matter.
the next one's in June.
Yeah, because I mean, regardless of who you get in the playoffs, I mean, you just put that spot in there.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I need to have a look at the pathway.
Argentina.
So
Group C.
Argentina.
Wait, can I
What
ask? With the groups, are they in a random bowl as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's weird that it's going.
Argentina group.
I
think
think for this pot, the first pot, they just pick you, and then you come out first, and then you're in the next available group,
And
right?
then it gets
I think
gets
that's what
random.
they're doing,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go straight into C. So Argentina goes straight into
Okay.
C, right?
Yeah.
Did you say England then?
En français.
I said England.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm trying to see.
Who's next?
Okay, so they're just opening the ball just to clarify
Yeah.
and to make sure that it's legit that they're in the group it's meant to be. Okay.
Pogba.
France.
Yeah, France.
Right, I think. Okay. Yes. So Rich. So the winner of Group A will face the runner-up of Group B. So yeah, and then winner of Group C face the runner-up of Group
Give
D.
me Group A or
that's a
B.
good
I
draw
want
then.
Canada wants Group A or B.
So
Crazy.
when we get all the teams drawn and that, I'll explain like what's going to happen and for everyone in the chat as well.
The top panel, we're waiting a long time for pot 4 where the real drama
Trust me.
happens.
It's on BBC, Reese, on BBC One in the UK. I'm sure it'll probably be on national TV.
You can't hear mine, right?
No, I can't hear it.
Good.
All right, España.
On
España.
TV here, too.
España. Man, I won good money on them in that Poland, Ukraine Euros. España. Rode them all the way.
Yeah, that was a good Euros though. Euro 2008
Yeah.
was cold. I like that tournament. I can't even lie.
So
No,
guys,
that was 2012, wasn't it?
Was it 12?
Yeah.
guys, there's a possibility Argentina
Oh, no.
will play France.
Yeah, 2008 was Austria, Switzerland, I think.
Yeah.
That was a good tournament.
And 12 was good.
12 was good. Yeah.
Argentina could play France if Argentina finish in the group like runners up or France, vice versa.
Spain and Belgium.
You remember that? Do you remember that game they had?
Mbappe. Was it 4-2? Was it 4-2?
4 or 5-2. It's like crazy.
Wasn't that with was it Argentina versus France with Pavard, that volley.
Yeah.
Oh, people remember the Pavard.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good goal.
It was crazy, that one.
For real.
Spain.
Trust England to be getting the winners of Group A, and there's already Qatar in it.
No, it's crazy. You see all of this. You see FIFA cooking the books. FIFA love to cook books.
But Spain, Belgium, though, talk to like who would you back out of that if Spain versus
That's
Belgium?
pretty tight, yeah.
Spain will slap them, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I back Spain, ID.
Brazil.
Tight, but yeah, Spain.
Brazil.
And Portugal's going to be Group H.
Yeah.
Oh, Brazil, Portugal.
Oh, that's a tasty one, I can't lie. That's a tasty one, I can't lie.
They'll be understanding each other on the pitch and not speaking Portuguese.
It's a different thing. We
got Eustáquio, the best Portuguese.
Are we unanimously saying that we're all hoping for Group A will be?
Group A, 100%. Hey, I need 100%. I need England. I just give me Group B now. Give me Group B right now. I'm telling you right now. All right. So, guys,
here we go now.
At the bottom of the screen, guys, you can see all of the groups, and I'll be updating them as much as possible, as they are going through. So bear with me.
That's a cool shirt. Almost looks like Cameroon rolling.
Nah, hey,
you don't need to watch the actual thing. We're watching it for you, bringing a reaction. These guys don't bring you a reaction. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
They just draw it out of the pot. Come on, people. You know what I mean?
And a bunch of royal Qatarians in the crowd.
Exactly. Come on.
You're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see a lot of that in the tournament. There's gonna be a bag of them just in the stadiums. Just they don't really watch football like that, but they're
there. All eyes on Santi.
City, man. It's totally man-made.
Santi got two. Oh, okay. Is that Netherlands?
What?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Sorry, I kind of ruined it then. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Hey,
hold
on. Wait.
Do they automatically go?
No, but I don't want Netherlands though.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want England even
more.
Wait,
it don't automatically go like group by group. It don't go like that, does it? They can pick where they want from where.
Oh, really? Okay,
sure. Yeah. Now they'll pick the group, Tariq.
Now they'll pick the group. Go in A.
You scared me, Tariq.
What it is it depends on whether they're 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that determines the fixtures.
Oh,
I see Netherlands.
Holland, yeah, all right. So Holland will go where?
It's important, yeah.
So they've been put in a Group A, but what they do is they automatically go in A. So whoever's coming automatically goes in B.
Yeah, they decide
to determine whether it's 8, 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Get it.
Oh no, A4.
Aye, Roland, listen, that FIFA money, when you see it.
Wait. A4. What?
No, not that one.
Not that one. Next thing.
Netherlands and A4.
No, wait, what's that?
Oh man, now I don't want Qatar, Santi. I want England.
US of A.
I bet you this is some bullshit, man.
You can't get England now, can you? You can't get England now.
US.
Oh, now I can.
Mm-hmm. Where are they going?
They have to be in the next group.
They're in Group B.
They're going to be in Group B. Oh, allow me, fam. You see that? You see England? Yeah, you see they've paid some money off. You remember Prince William and Prince William, and that was when they announced this thing, bro.
USA B3.
Santi, you're getting it. Your second team's getting it, bro.
That's crazy, man. They paid off, bro.
USA matches up good with England, man.
Hey, big man. Hey. No.
Athlete.
Don't say anything, Mas. Don't say anything, Mas. Don't look at the comments. You, man. Don't look at the comments.
I might need to go and switch this to the living room.
No, just chill.
Me too, man. I might have to switch to my living room.
No.
Because I'm missing all the action.
You're not.
Missing Argentina, mother.
Bro,
that's what you didn't want.
Santi, look it. Who would you rather have? Argentina, France, Spain, Belgium, Brazil, Portugal. Come on,
I think Portugal.
You wanted Portugal.
I think because you're C3, I don't think you play Argentina first. I think you play them second.
But it doesn't matter, Rich. You have to play them anyway.
You're in
fam.
the group, though.
No, but sometimes you might want to qualify beforehand.
But even still, it's a difficult
It don't
one. because
matter.
Oh
they
my
slap you,
days.
they slap
Oh Lord.
There's some hot balls in there. I'm telling you.
They slap you. They slap you, bro.
There must
It's one of
be.
those.
At this moment in time,
Oh, this isn't working out.
A or D at the moment. I don't mind.
Denmark, man, they've been together before.
Okay, who's
Or
this?
B. A, B, or D.
Brother,
at the
I'll
moment.
take Group H. Portugal. I'm coming for you, fam.
Yeah.
I'll
Rotten
take
Ronnie, take him out.
A,
Okay,
B,
yeah,
or D
same.
at the moment is looking kind of nice.
Who's
Yo.
next? Yeah, even England. I'll take Denmark. All right, cool. So they're going into Group D with France.
Yeah, you are right, Moss. They were in the last World Cup group stage together. When Peru was in there as well. Do you remember?
Okay, who's
England,
coming up with Spain?
England, USA. Didn't they play in the 2010 World Cup?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah. You know it, brother. You know it.
Yeah, I remember.
Rob Green.
Man, like,
Three.
man, like, really was like, nice to hear your own fans do ya.
Yeah, nice to hear
Loyal
Not
supporters.
Group E. Not Group E.
Yeah, brother. You
Nice
don't
to hear
want
your own fans boo ya.
Moss, Roland,
Whoa,
Rich. You don't want Group E.
Alemania.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
What are we seeing? What are we seeing?
Tariq, me and Santi and Malhai were talking the other night. How did we let go Yunus Musa? That was a massive mistake.
Hey, his face when he drew it.
Germany.
His face when he drew it. That is hilarious.
Yo, what?
Yeah. That is so
Avoid
funny.
Group E.
Lothar Matthäus' face.
Alemania.
Hilarious.
Allow me. I'm moving this to the living room.
Yeah. You got to move to the living room, bro.
That is so funny. Bro. He
You
did
got
not
it.
want to draw that.
Okay.
España, Alemania. Tariq,
All right. Yo,
Tariq, how did we lose that boy? He looks awesome on USA.
who? Oh, Yunus Musa. Oh, yeah. I think he
That
wanted
was
to
a
play
mad-
first team football.
We've
what
let
it
go
was.
some of the best young players at Arsenal.
Do you know Ismail Benacer as well? He's quality. He's the one I didn't want to select.
Yeah, Benacer as well. Cold. Face with Milan now, isn't it?
And Malen on Netherlands.
Look who's here.
Yeah, my good luck charm here. Where were you earlier? Now we won't get.
So
Oh.
Croatia, Belgium. I'll
Netherlands,
take that
Qatar.
group.
Yeah, Croatia.
I'll
Belgium.
take that group.
Okay, now we're gonna.
Wait, hold on. Did BBC fully just change the?
Yeah. I had to change the channel, bro. Yeah.
Croatia.
Oh snap! Sorry, because you know what? Because it's on mute. I didn't hear any I didn't know that.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
I'd take Group F. I would take
Whoa.
Group F.
I'll take Group F.
Hold on.
I'll take Group F.
Me and
Nah,
Ghana.
they
won
can't
Group
be
F.
in the same group, Rich. They
Yeah,
can't.
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
I'll take Group F.
Yeah,
So,
see,
yeah,
Group F is all right. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take Group F. Yeah, them teams they'll get packed in.
I don't
Croatia.
want Netherlands though.
Croatia will get packed in.
Group H is tasty though.
Yeah, already.
So it could be in England. Wait there. Oof, nah.
No, G. That's.
It
Oh, they
genuinely
can't
could
get
be England
Brazil.
versus
Yeah, so they go
Qatar.
to H.
Yeah,
So
they can't.
So Uruguay
Suarez
goes
versus Ronnie.
Yeah, Uruguay with Portugal, bro. Yeah.
straight to H.
Suarez,
Yeah.
Ronnie, Derby.
And then Switzerland, Brazil in the same group.
Ooh,
Right.
Group G's are. So you know it's evened out. Minus Group E, it's kind of evened out.
Yeah.
I said Group H. Give me Group H now. I'm taking it. Give me Group H now. I'm telling you now. I need that.
I think
Yeah, you want Uruguay.
I want
Ronnie.
Uruguay and Portugal. Yeah,
Uruguay. Yeah, nah. Uruguay and Portugal. Nah. Come on.
I'll
bro.
take both of them.
Nah, that's it.
Listen, stick Iran in Group A and let us join that group.
I don't want Netherlands.
And then
CR77.
Xhaka,
that's true. That's true.
Brazil.
PM.
CPR
forgot about that.
Man, like
Rams
CPR7.
CPR7. Bro, Ramsdale and Matt Turner will be facing each other, Moss.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Mhm.
US has a good team of athletes, man.
So, guys, you can already see the groups are shaping
just-
up right now.
The Americans just aren't a team yet, like England. They're not a tight.
I'll take
family.
Group B. Hey, Ghana in Group B would be lovely.
Group E is the group of death already. already.
Hey.
But then, do you know what? Group A could potentially be a group of death because Qatar at home is going to be a different environment.
I wanted Qatar, but I don't want Netherlands.
You know,
They don't play football. Leave me
can I
alone.
say that the teams in pot 3 ain't like, because 1 and 2 is kind of evened out. There's a chance for every team, really. You know.
You say that until we get to November and it's a bit shaky, Rich, bro.
Oh, hang on.
No, give us Group A.
No, hang on.
Oh no,
No,
wait.
Say what you need to say, fam.
I don't think they can.
Oh no, they can't go in Group A. They can't.
I don't think they can because they're in the same as Thingy, innit?
That's thing. Yeah.
What's going on?
Sorry, bro. Sorry, Roland.
Nah, dude, I'm just waiting for them to draw.
Iran.
Wait.
Oh, yes.
Let me see. What's this, bro?
Yo, this is us. It's coming home. It's coming.
What? USA, Iran?
Wait,
They're
what?
gonna have war
It's
again.
coming home.
Nah,
Hi, Roland. We need Group B. We need Group B.
they pay.
Oh, I want Group B.
England paid, bro.
It's
England
coming
paid.
home. It's coming
I
home.
can't get Group B.
Baloney.
Yeah, I want Group B, Rich. I'll take Group B now.
Group B right now.
I'm taking Group B. Both of them will get packed in, England and the US.
US and Iran hate each other.
Hold on. The political side to this draw as well is going to be
98 was US, Iran.
Yo, they said nuclear weapons versus nuclear weapons, bro. Nah.
No.
Oh man, I can't get Group B.
Rick, hey, no, Tariq, you're the first person to say it's coming home, yeah, in England, but if you don't get it, it's coming straight back to you. I'm telling you now,
Bro, if we don't make that group, I promise you, bro, I'm going bold. I always say, don't touch my hair. I'm going bold, bro.
Oh man, we can't get Group A.
Why?
because an African team is
Senegal's just gone in there.
Senegal.
Yeah.
Senegal. Oof.
Oh, that's a group of death, you know. I'm saying it now. That one's a group of death.
What the
It's
group?
a good group for Senegal.
It's a good group for Senegal. They can get through that group.
No, but
Oh, I want that group, but I don't want Netherlands. That's
I want Group B.
We need Group B now.
Give
You
me
know,
Group B.
Qatar have the team full of Brazilians, bro. Like
The Brazilian rejects. Don't do that. The Brazilian rejects. The ones that barely made it out of the favelas, bro. Nah.
yeah. I don't know how to get ties with Qatar, but you know what I mean? Like, that's
No
a
one
mad
there,
thing.
bro.
That's a mad thing.
Fam, they made it all the way to Qatar. Yeah, that's my country now, boy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, when you watch the Olympics, you see man in Bahrain and that. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, how did you get there, fam?
Polska. Red and white Polska.
No.
Oh, Poland, Argentina, Mexico, Santi.
Polska.
That's the group of death, fam. That's the group of death.
Wait, hold on. Let me get the pot 4 teams up, because the way that this is shaping up, we might only have a few places to go to, because remember, there's 2 more African countries in this pot.
Hey, Rich, is
So
either
we're gonna
Group B or Group H. That's all I want. I don't care.
We're going to be
about
left with a small amount of groups we can go into.
So Group B, you can go in Group B.
So what happens with the playoffs? Are they going to select their spot?
Oh, that's going to be
Because
tough.
they can't
That's
have
gonna be
double
interesting
up.
as well, because like obviously it's not done, innit? I've never seen a World Cup draw where like it's not done.
Yeah,
yet.
like Peru can't go into the South American group.
American ones, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
that's
right.
true, bro. That's
So
a
they
good
can
point, man.
probably at this as it stands right now, they can go into Group A, they can go into Group B, and like they can't go into C, they can go into E
Serbia, Serbska.
and not even H. It's crazy.
Wait, how come Serbia can go into G if Switzerland are there?
Because there's more European teams, bro.
Two
So
Euros can get in.
Yeah,
yeah.
European
They're
teams
the only
can go.
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
You can only have two. You can only have two in it.
So Serbia in Group D with France and Denmark.
That is a group. That's a hard group.
No, they're in G.
They're in
They're
G
in G. Oh, they're in G.
because they can't go because you can only have match.
Hey, G's a decent group as well, you know.
G's done. G's finished, man. You know, bro. Serbia, they finished above Portugal. You know.
I know. The Serbia have come back. They've rebuilt, and the cycle's come back.
They're gonna be good.
Okay. Hey, African nation drawn.
Do not get B.
Please don't get beat. I beg
Oh,
you.
no, they can't get B. Sorry, they can't get B.
That's pot 3. It's pot 3.
Don't get H then. Please go E. Go E or D. Yeah,
D.
D.
They're going D. Yeah.
So we need Morocco to get E. Otherwise, it could be a bit peak.
Tunisia, I want these guys.
I need B. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hey,
We need
France are
Morocco-
laughing at
For a
that
second
group.
there.
We need Morocco to come out next.
All right. So who's the next team? It's
D.
oh,
That's
Tunisia.
not looking bad, D. I could take D.
Where did Tunisia go?
Kane's getting the golden boot in the group
Group
stages
D.
later.
They went.
Right.
They went to group.
Group
Where
D,
did
yeah.
they?
France is
Tunisia
group.
and D.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need Morocco out now. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's going to be a bit sticky. We need Morocco.
Japan.
No, it's Japan.
What? You guys are ahead.
So Japan will probably go Group E.
Allow it, man. See,
Well, no,
this is
because
FIFA.
there's no Asian teams that's been
That's
drawn
good
yet,
for you, bro.
right?
You don't want that group E. You don't want that group E.
No, but the thing is, it gives us a chance to go into E. If Morocco went into
Everybody
E,
get
we can't
packed
go
in at
E.
the World Cup.
Japan.
Everybody get packed in.
That's fake, bro. What if it's Spain, Ghana, Germany?
Group E is peak.
I don't want anything to do with Group B. Just give me Group B.
Hey,
That
Moss,
US,
you can have group E, yeah.
Japan,
You know, we're gonna have to hope that we come out of the top
Japanese.
first.
I kind of want almost
Hey,
group
the
F.
Japan delegation don't look happy, boy.
Hey, what if you get
Right,
a USA Mexico?
We
in the
need
Euro-
Morocco to come out now.
Wait, so Japan go to Group E.
Morocco,
We
okay,
can.
Morocco's
We
going
can.
Group F.
So
Morocco's
Japan
going
are
F.
going to Group. Japan went to Group E.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Japan are decent.
And Morocco are going into Group F.
F, yeah.
Tomiyasu.
So, bro,
Group F could be
Yeah,
a shout, because it's
we can
I
go
want Group
into
F.
A. No, B. Ghana could go B.
Wait, where
Group
Morocco?
F.
C.
Group F. Group F. Come on.
Morocco's
Russian
F.
Pete.
So Ghana could go B,
Give me Group F.
B, C, E, or G.
You want Group H.
or H.
You want Group H because you get to play Portugal, who's not that great, and then you get to have the revenge with Uruguay.
I need the revenge.
We just don't want E. Because if we have E, it's good night, sayonara.
I need
Yeah.
like, please.
Okay,
Group B.
Morocco.
I beg. All right, so who's going?
I don't
So
mind
Morocco-
F.
It's gonna-
Morocco and F. Yeah. All
so
right, cool.
South Korea going H. It's going to be Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea.
Allow me, man.
Mhm.
Oh, don't give me Netherlands.
Because Group G has to be.
I want England now because that Group H now looks sticky, bro, because of this South Korea. No one's there. Like it just looks sticky now because of this South Korean added in there, man.
Yeah, Korea's pretty good, man.
No,
Yeah,
and then
that's
and then what's Cameroon to be drawn first? No, we need to Ghana
Now
to be
we
drawn first.
should come first, bruv. Don't forget that.
We come first, we go straight into Group B.
Straight into Group B. That's all I want.
Ghana, England.
If
Ghana,
we
England,
come out,
US.
if we come out third, I think we might go straight into E, second or third. So
This one's going to be interesting because you got obviously you got New Zealand, Costa Rica, or one of those. You got Australia versus UAE or Peru. Ooh, and then you got
But like, how do they put them in a group when they don't know who's won it and no double upping?
I don't know, but
yeah, they're just
It's impossible.
I don't know how it works.
but with New Zealand, Australia, they can go in any group. Like really,
Yeah, I know, but what if they don't win?
the first ball's being
Peru
drawn.
and Costa Rica.
Please, Ghana, please.
No playoff. I see playoff.
Yeah, we go straight. Please for B, please. Because if we come out, we go straight into B. Please.
It's Hold on, let's just make sure we know where they're going first.
All eyes on top row.
Because hold on, playoff might go A.
Yeah, where they
Playoff.
no playoff goes D.
They go D. We got a chance.
You still got a chance.
We still
Man,
got a chance.
What playoff? What playoff is it?
Now you see this one, yeah. I don't even know. Playoff. Which
Playoff
kind of
Playoff
playoff?
one.
So
Yeah,
it's New Zealand, Costa Rica. All Costa Rica go in that one.
That's D, yeah.
Aye, that group is nice for
Yeah.
France.
New Zealand or Costa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
France
it
is
is.
gonna dominate though.
Yeah, France are
Golly.
laughing.
So much for the winner
Come on,
curse.
come on, Ghana. Please, Ghana.
Please just come out of the group so that we can go to B.
Are you ready? You ready? He's getting Ghana out of the ball. You ever look? You're looking.
Because we go straight to Group B if that's the case, bro.
Oh, you still got a chance, though. You still got a chance.
Bro,
You still got a chance. Relax.
Bro.
Relax. You still got a
Oh,
chance.
actually, yeah, because Ecuador go A, don't they?
Yeah, Ecuador. Bro.
Yeah, Ecuador go A.
Well, just-
If they came out next, they go A, right?
Yeah,
They go A, so there's still a chance. Oh my gosh, this is nerve-wracking.
Please. I'm begging.
But,
Ecuador.
so if Ecuador go A,
That's brush. That's what Moss was been saying, but they can still like work it out where they can have it okay. And then saying it's still on for Cameroon.
Oh my gosh, this is nerve-wracking now.
Bro, it could be Canada as well, no?
Please, please.
No, it can't. It can't be Canada.
yeah,
Canada
it
can't
be
be in the
Canada
same one.
because the US already in there.
Man.
If Canada get drawn, though, you still. You know what? You
Hold
probably
on.
want either Canada or Ghana to get drawn.
Yeah, it's a fairly easy equal
Oh!
for Netherlands.
No, wait there. Saudi Arabia and Iran. They can't be in the same group, can
They
they?
can't be in the
Oh
same
yeah,
group, bro.
so B's still available.
So
Please,
wait,
put
Saudi
them
Arabia
in
went
E.
straight.
Put them
Bro,
in E.
man, listen, everyone.
No, they
It's
can't go
either
E 'cause of Japan.
Cameroon. No, it's either Cameroon or Ghana are going to be in the same group as England.
Saudis.
So wait, where did the Saudis go?
They're going Group C. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I'll
my
take it.
days.
I'll take it.
You're all right, Santi. That's looking good, Santi.
And then
We could get out of that. We can get out of that.
that's
You
true.
didn't want
Oh my
Argentina,
gosh,
but-
this is nerve-wracking.
So, Rich, Roland, Cameroon or Ghana, it's one of the two.
One of the two in it to get to
That's
Group
it.
B.
You've got a 50-50 chance.
Rematch of 1990, Cameroon, England.
Hey, I need
Please draw Ghana. Please. Because if he doesn't draw Ghana now, we're in trouble.
We're going to
Moss.
Group H, bruv.
Moss, who do you want? Who do you want? Moss, who do you want?
I kind of want F.
Playoff 2.
Hey,
Okay.
even Group
I
F.
think- Well, they're in England's group, isn't it? That's England's, isn't it? I think England can have that one.
I don't want Group E, please. I beg to.
No, but if that's where's that
Playoff
Peru?
2 is Peru, Aussies and Arabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
Australia-
England.
Australia would have played Iran, wouldn't it?
Nah, they play UAE.
Yes, they're going to E. We've avoided E.
Who's that? Who's that? Playoff
So-
2
Australia, Peru, or UAE?
in Group E, yeah.
Yeah.
Peru's
Right,
gonna
this is
do it.
Okay,
I've said it.
I can relax a bit now. I can relax a bit.
Peru, Spain. That'll be
Hang
tasty.
on. I think England could potentially get Scotland or Wales.
Bro. No.
Oh yeah, yeah,
If they do, it's a fix.
I
yeah.
think
it's
England could get
set up.
Scotland or Wales.
You know what, Roland? The rest of the
Me
groups are
too.
fine. The rest of the groups, we have a chance.
Ghana or Ukraine.
No. I'm sure that's
European
England. I'm sure
Yeah,
that's
right.
England.
Rich, you're talking about we've got a chance. If we go into Group G, yeah, bruv, you're getting panned by everybody in there. Come on,
That's-
man.
That's England's group, isn't it? Oh my days, England, Wales, Scotland. It could be. It could be England, Wales, or
It
Scotland.
could be. No.
Yeah.
Or Ukraine, innit?
Awesome. Wales, England, or Scotland, England.
Oh my days.
England always get an easy group, you know.
Jammy draws, bruv.
And then look at who they've got in the next round: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, or Netherlands.
What nonsense is this, bruv?
Senegal.
coming home.
Senegal's
That's
going
things like
far.
that.
eh?
You're the
Netherlands-
first one to
Netherlands
play
has
this,
it
and
easy.
it's coming back to you. Bruv.
It's coming home, Steve.
Roland, we can only go in G or H. We can only
Right,
go G or H.
Okay, so you want H?
They've gone to B, innit? The European player have gone to B, innit?
European playoff.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
B.
yeah.
Jammy, bruv. So-
Cameroon are out. I think they go to G. I think they automatically go G. I think we've got Uruguay. I think we've got
Uruguay.
Wait there, Canada could get Uruguay, can't they?
Luis Suarez.
No, but we can't go into Morocco's
Wow.
league.
Oh yeah,
This-
true.
this
Yeah,
is-
true.
No,
true,
Luis
true.
Suarez, we're coming for you,
Oh.
fam.
Yes.
Get in there.
And then it's not happy.
US
See,
got the
Rigobert.
easiest group.
I saw Rigobert's song.
Nah, man, we've got to do it. We have to, England. Seriously, yeah. We've got to make the
Cameroon goes
semi-finals.
straight into Group G, right?
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cameroon go straight into Group G.
F4H.
Eto'o, bro.
F4H.
Hey, Group G is hard though.
Yeah,
Any of those three of those teams could make
Portugal,
it.
Uruguay, South Korea, Ghana.
We need to rank these groups.
Please.
Ghana, we're out now. Yeah, so we must go. We have to go to H.
We're going to H, innit?
We have to go H, yeah.
We're going straight into H.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
good.
what I wanted.
This is what I wanted.
So Canada gets Group F.
Yep. You're in Belgium. Croatia.
CPR7, we're coming for you. Suarez, we're coming for you. Son, we're coming for you.
Do it again, Roland. Do it again, Roland.
I'll take that. I will take that.
CPR7, we're coming for you. Suarez, we have unfinished business. You're finished. And then, son, you're not getting away from Qatar. We've got you as well. You're finished.
Rich, what's your words to say?
I'm buzzing. I just wanted to avoid Group E. Listen,
Man, Belgium loves Canadians so much for saving them from the Germans. They're going to lay down for us.
Are you, man, listen, if you man finish second, yeah, out of the group, you could get Brazil.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
No. That's vibes though, innit, man? You want Brazil.
Don't worry about them. I'll take
We
Switzerland.
got this. We got this.
We can win that group. I'm telling you now. We can win it.
Oh, man. Hey, Moss.
I'll take that.
Moss, do you think you could get past Morocco and Croatia?
Roland, I think we've got Portugal first as well.
Good. CPR7, we're on you, bruv. All right. So
Hear all this Bruno slander.
Roland, I'm here. I want to hear the most Bruno slander now for the rest of the year.
Hey, that Bruno guy, you signed your 5-year deal. You've come for your man.
We got to win that group. We don't want Brazil.
All right, so Canada are in the group with Morocco, Croatia, and Belgium.
Yeah, people, we're gonna run through it. Don't you worry about that.
And that
We're
is
gonna
it.
analyze it.
We've done it.
We do need to chat about these groups, man, because this is
I'm gonna
England.
It's a bit sticky still for me.
It's
Coming home, all right, to the red and white.
You see this England thing?
They say
somebody off, man. It's a conspiracy. Every single time there's a tournament,
baby,
they always get something.
No way, England are the Man City of tournament football.
They paid somebody. There was a brown envelope somewhere.
Yeah.
Belgium love us too much.
US too. Like they got an easy. That's an easy second right there.
We got all those tributes to Canadians in Flanders Fields in Belgium. They're gonna lay down for us.
Mexico, Poland's gonna be a massive game.
Gareth Bale's gonna done your done England.
I think
Gareth Bale's gonna done England.
Ukraine is no weak.
Are you ready?
Look, Luis Suarez, we coming for you, bruv. Don't worry. Let's go.
So let me run this through to
Cameroon.
England.
I'm sorry, my brother messaged me. How the hell do England keep getting easy teams?
Conspiracy.
USA will win that group.
So England could get the winners out of Group C and D's game. The winners out of the Group C and D game. So England could get France in the quarterfinals.
In the quarterfinals, yeah.
Is it just is it only top two or is there more?
No, it could potentially be any. Well, obviously, because we need to see where they're finishing the table. So they could get France, Argentina out of those. Do you know what? I'll take that because look, they're showing it on screen now. So England could get any of those teams up until the semi-finals out of the top half. I'll take that. We're in the easier side for sure. I'll tell you that.
Man, we got to win the group so we don't get Brazil.
People, at the bottom of the screen, you can see the groups in full. So check them out right there. Let us know in the comments, what's the group of death? Is there a group of death? Talk to us about England because it's a conspiracy with English football and the FA. Talk to us about that. And whatever countries you guys actually come from or are rooting for, let us know. Did you get a good group? Let us know.
We need to sit there and we need to break down these groups, and now we could say, all right, who's coming out of those groups? Those predictions.
Oh, easy. Oh, I'm gonna try and get them up for you now. Hold on. Right.
England.
I'll get them up one by one, and I'll let you man discuss.
You don't want this, England.
Right. Oh
yeah, man. Well, saying we got Brazil again. Oh, sorry,
no, my bad.
So do you get quarterfinal or second round? Do you get Holland, maybe England?
Yeah, we could do.
Right.
But
so that first group A: Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands.
Netherlands, easy.
I think Senegal could take this group.
Senegal second and face England.
They could take this group. I feel like they could even win the group because I don't know, but Netherlands. Historically they always the infighting. I don't know if this group is together.
We got Van Dijk. We didn't have him in the Euros. We would have won.
The Van Dijk stuff. Qatar. Is that a tough group for Qatar, or can home advantage take them through somehow?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
Ecuador is better.
Ecuador might be a dark horse in that group.
Ecuador is good. They're a familia.
But yeah, I'm thinking Netherlands and Senegal.
What are we saying for Group A then? Netherlands and Senegal. Not Qatar though. With conditions.
Ecuador is better than Qatar.
Oh, fair.
So we're saying Netherlands and Senegal. We're gonna settle on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'm gonna take a wild take. I'm gonna say Senegal to top the group.
Me too. Senegal.
Netherlands.
I think they top that group. Because hey, trust me, like Senegal, like Netherlands don't want it with them. They don't. I'm telling you. They will
Senegal, England, second round.
It could be in England versus Netherlands then. If you're saying Senegal are going to top it, then it will be England, Netherlands. Because I'm telling you, England are definitely winning that group. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bro, this group here, England, Prince William, the Queen, somebody paid somebody, bro. I don't know. Somebody paid somebody off because this should not be happening. England should have been getting one Germany, Poland type of thing going on here. And they've got this. They're going to face one of their country people, bro. They're going to get Wales in that, bro. What?
Greenbone jinxed it, getting in late.
Wales. Nah.
Bro, I want.
Don't discount Ukraine, man. These guys are going to be playing like for their lives.
Tariq said it's coming home. You heard it here first. The first person in this country to start this whole coming home again is Tariq. I'm telling you. So England people, if you don't win this World Cup, blame Tariq because he started this whole it's coming home too early.
No.
So quickly.
You started it too early because you're not even in that mode right now. And you're talking about it's coming home. It's not going anywhere.
Who's finishing second though?
The US, man.
Over
Wales, but that game between
the rounds, Wales, see if it's Wales or Ukraine.
If Wales get through it, I reckon it will be Wales.
Ukraine, everyone's going to be cheering for if they get in.
See, the US versus Iran, the political climate behind those two countries, that's going to be a big backdrop.
Yeah, 98, Iran beat them.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
What's interesting about that is like 3/4 of that group is going to understand each other when they play.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. But he's just speaking English, bruv. I beg the Iranians to come and just destroy the group, please. Do something.
Iran's pretty good, man. You got to look at
their new coach. Yeah, like their record in the last, because the coach.
Yeah, Iran's really rose up the rankings.
Yeah, their new coach came in. I think he's only had 17 games. They won 15 of them. Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, it's not as tough because when they was under Queiroz, I watched them in I think the last World Cup. Yeah, they didn't play good football at all. They were very bad. But I think this coach is a bit more attacking, so you never know what you could get. To be honest with you, but we'll see.
For real, you can go on to the next one if you want. Let me bring that up for you.
No, this is a Santi. Santi, you got to speak on this one.
Santi.
This is a group boy.
He didn't want Mexico or Argentina, and then he got them.
Even though Argentina is not necessarily at their best all the time, we just play them terrible. It's
a bad matchup.
It's a bad matchup for us. I think Argentina is going to end up topping the group, and so I think Lewandowski, we're coming for you.
Raul,
doo-doo, bro.
Raul versus Lewandowski, 2 top strikers.
Mm.
But Lewandowski, he's going to be a problem. But Mexico, but the Mexicans, they'll bring their fans over and they'll make it.
Always gets through, always.
I think they'll get through, man. I think they got Hervin Lozano as well. I don't know. He's not really lived up to the hype that when he
looked good the other night, Santi.
But yeah,
and Tuna.
Yeah. We'll see. You know, just as long as we have like our guns firing, it should be fine. But it's really about getting that, getting them actually moving. So
your goalie. I don't know about your goalie.
I don't want no Ochoa slander here.
Hey, Ochoa's a legend, man.
The fortress of
made him maybe he's just bad. Maybe he's just bad in the minus weather.
Can I just say, I just forgot to say regarding the England thing, Harry Maguire's going to do something to mess things up.
No. He's a good player for England, man, in Gareth Southgate's side. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, the United form is going to carry over to England, boy. Then you lot are going to hate. You lot are going to hate him even more, boy.
Woo! I hope not. So who are you saying? Argentina to make it through, Mexico or Poland?
Who has?
You know what? Second? Argentina, they're gonna make a meal out of it. They'll qualify, but they're gonna make it hard for themselves.
Yeah, they're gonna make it mad.
They'll blow it to Poland, but they'll beat Mexico.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Yeah, because Poland are gonna be on some. Hey, we're just here to stop and disrupt.
I've just thought something. When we get to Group G, remind me to say something because I've just thought of it. But we'll get onto that in a bit. Hold on,
G's pretty solid group.
We'll get to that because this one, I'm sorry, everyone's talking about England. They've got away with it. France have.
Sure. Yeah. Like Denmark is tough. Denmark's tough.
I think. Yeah. If
Denmark's record the last couple of years, it's rather impressive.
Mm.
With this one, I think it's the whole World Cup winner curse. I think that's broken. I just don't see how, unless they just have a shocker of a World Cup. I just don't see how they don't get out of it.
You know what? France actually didn't they beat Australia and Peru on their way to the last World Cup? Didn't they at some point?
Sure. They beat France. Actually beat Denmark and Peru.
On their way to the last World Cup. So that's pretty interesting there. Tunisia, as I told you, is going to be a tough game, and they do speak French in Tunisia as well, one of their languages, right?
Like Wabi Kazri and them, man.
Yeah. There's a few players that were born in France that have switched over to the Tunisian national side. Hannibal is one of them. Wabi Kazri as well, as you mentioned. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting game because it's going to be pretty much all out attack versus all out defense. So, stars make fights. You never know what's going to happen, to be honest with you, in that game. So that'd be interesting. And then obviously, I think we're all in agreement that Peru will come through that playoff after Australia play.
Man, like Avancoulo up here, you get me?
Yeah, come on.
See it free.
But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting. I think France will get through it. And like Santi says, they'll break the curse of previous World Cup winners and that getting through.
You should expect Denmark to go through with them, to be fair.
You say that, but then it's like Tunisia could battle their way through. You just don't know.
After what we've just saw of them.
I know, but like
climate as well. Remember these. Denmark ain't going to be used to that. Denmark ain't going to play in that heat.
Yeah.
Costa Rica's beating New Zealand. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Group E now. You know what I mean? Spain.
But yeah, we were all France Denmark consensus.
Yeah.
Is this the group of death?
And now Group E are calling Group of Death.
I don't know, man.
I don't think there's any Group of Death, man. I think there is.
We'll get to it though.
We'll get to it, yeah.
Because when you're looking at this, Spain, Germany, I think they'll both make it through quite easily.
Yeah.
To be honest, like it looked like the Group of Death when it first shaped up because obviously Spain, Germany in there, but then they'll be both of them. You'd expect them to beat Costa Rica and New Zealand, and then Japan may pose a bit of a tougher test, but they're not what they used to be. Japan, the Keisuke Honda, Okazaki, Premier League winner.
Yeah,
Japan's been pretty solid qualifying.
What about this one, Moss? You got to speak on this one. Look at the screen and speak on this, Moss.
We're there. Well, who are we even picking, Groupie? Spain, Germany for sure. Or what?
Yeah. I picked Spain first. Who are you picking? Who do you think is going to win Group E? Spain or Germany?
Oh, the Mannschaft, I think, will be back with a new coach. They'll win it. They'll win the group.
You agreeing with that, Roland?
Yeah, I think Germany edged it. I think Germany edged the group in it. I think so, in my opinion. Like,
didn't Spain beat them like 5-0?
They did. But when it's tournament, it's different. When it's tournament mode, it's different.
Peru will tie Spain.
True, could do. Ooh. Moss, you need to talk to us, man.
Belgium, they love us. We freed their country from the Germans. Flanders Fields, they're gonna lay down to us. We get a good result maybe against them. Croatia, they're old. Look at their qualifying group, Croatia. It was easy. We can beat those old Croatians. We got the best keeper around. He's Serbian. Plays Red Star Belgrade. Milan Borjan, Canada. He's gonna beat the Croats. Morocco, yeah, that's like people are saying, oh, Morocco would be the easy one. No, you watch them in qualifying, right, Roland? Yeah, they're so hard to break down.
They're hard to break down. I can't lie. Like
that might be our toughest matchup is Morocco for us.
Yeah, and obviously the danger.
We'll play good the European teams.
And the danger of Hakimi. Obviously, you got Amrabat in midfield for them as well. He battles, man. Like that guy battles. Like it's not going to be an easy game against them.
Morocco's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I would fancy us getting out with Belgium.
I think so as well. I think Belgium and Canada.
I do. Croatia's aging.
Look at their group, T. Look at their group. It was terrible.
This is a wild shout, yeah. But I'm saying Belgium don't qualify.
Ooh.
Whoa!
I don't think they qualify. I think that their
Russia, Slovakia,
their golden generation is gonna
Croatia had easy.
Crumble. The golden generation is going to crumble in this tournament, in my opinion. Innit? Like I just can't see. I mean, they've got the goals to Lukaku, but I just think they're going to crumble just for whatever.
John Herdman's talking.
I don't know if is KD. I don't know if KDB will be fit. I don't know if KDB will be fit. Do you know what I mean? So you know he's got injury problems, so he's the main creative outlet for them basically. In it, so we'll see in it. Like it's one of those. But yeah, I think Belgium will crumble.
And it's a good point, actually, because a lot of Belgians players, they play in the Premier League. And that's going to be a big question for England as well when you're looking at it, because the intensity of the Premier League with how many games they'll be playing in such, with, you know, the extra cup competition like the Carabao Cup. Like, what's going to happen with that? Yeah. Like, isn't the games going to be crammed in for that too?
I think it might get scrapped.
So what, like June's going to be a bunch of international friendlies, you think, or what?
Yeah, June there's friendlies and then
there's still qualifiers as well.
There's still qualifiers.
A ton of friendlies, right?
Yeah, it'd be loads of friendlies. I think. Yeah,
because then the players got to report to their clubs, like.
Yeah, pretty much. Like after that, I think they got on holiday.
Early start.
Yeah, early start. Yeah, shit.
And then I've remembered it. Serbia, Switzerland. Granit Xhaka is Albanian, bro.
Oh,
that Shaqiri. Madness. They got bare Albanian players.
Yeah.
You know how? Do you remember when they? Do you remember when they did the?
They did that. There was the drones. They used to fly drones and that over the state. Yeah, that's a madness. Yeah, okay.
Remember that one's.
Our coach is pretty pumped.
Affair.
Herdman said he's pretty pumped. We're gonna get this done.
and then said that Cameroon's going through. I'm sorry, bro, it's not happening. If you do, it's a miracle.
This is a tough one for Cameroon.
For Cameroon, if you get through, it's a miracle. But I don't think it's happening. I think Brazil topped the group, and it's between Serbia and Switzerland for the second spot.
All three of them will be fighting, and Cameroon. Yeah, I can't pick between Serbia and Switzerland. It's tough.
I think Serbia might come through. You know,
Vlahovic.
Yeah, he could be the difference.
Man, like Milinkovic.
Yeah. Oh, forgot
Milinkovic, Savic.
Yeah, I'd go Brazil, Serbia would be my final.
Because they've rebuilt their side, innit? Like the last few tournaments I've seen them, they've not been great. And
they're totally new Serbians now.
Yeah, there's a whole load of new young guys in it, so I think they might sneak through. I think Switzerland, but then Switzerland, you know, like they always there. Like
I wanted them.
They always there or thereabouts. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
Oh, you guys, you got what you wanted rolling at the start of this.
Told you.
Oh,
I big up Roland, man.
I actually called this. I called it earlier as well. I was like, yeah. This is
oh, Ronnie and Suarez.
Hey, CPR7. We're coming for you. Bruno.
I love
We're coming for you. Suarez, you. Unfinished business. Don't worry.
That one.
You're going to retire.
Oh,
On the pitch. You will
This is
retire on
gonna
the
be
pitch.
awesome group.
You're going to retire on the pitch, Suarez. I'm telling you. You
Listen,
won't want it.
I hope in the changing room we've just relayed that clip over and over again.
Man, I don't
Because
know.
we
who
need to
pick
go
in Group
and
H, Steve.
absolutely just one scissor kick. Just
I'm
end this
telling
tournament.
Finish the tournament. Bro. I'm telling you. Crazy, man. But yeah, this is an interesting group. It's going to
I
be
don't know who to pick here, man.
It's going to be
That's what
tough
I'm
for
saying.
Ghana to get through. I can't lie. If I'm being totally honest, it'll be tough for us to get through this group. We have to catch somebody on an off day. You know the ones. You know what? If we're playing Portugal first, we have to hope for a draw in that game. Battle to a draw in the game, and then obviously the second game would probably be against Uruguay. I want to win at all costs. 1-0. I want to win.
Mandem, isn't this the group of death because of how close it is between them?
Yeah, they're very close. That's what I
think.
mean.
I think Group A.
South Korea's a shout too.
And that's what I'm saying. South
Korea
Korea
is good.
I don't really know much about
their energy levels are mad.
You see what they did to Germany?
Korea can play with anyone.
I didn't see it, but yeah, I don't know much about their team. I haven't seen their team in a minute, like in terms of who's coming out of their team, and that I just know Son in it. So like, boy, all I know is when you got Son in your team, and then man are trying to play for him. Yeah, it's peak. So I don't know if we'll get out of this group, but all I know is let's get the first game out of the way against Portugal. If we can get out of there with anything, then that's the perfect platform
There's a chance. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
that could be the high. So it could be Wales, Scotland, Ukraine, England for the opening game. Mandem, yo, we could do a whole reaction video on this.
Yeah,
Isn't the host nation supposed to be the first game?
No, but yeah, they have the opening game for the whole tournament, but the opening game for the group could be Scotland, England.
Gotcha.
Because they're showing it now, November 21st in Qatar versus Ecuador, then Senegal versus Netherlands.
Ooh. That's early.
That's a good start.
Hey, I always watch the opening game anyway, because it's the first game of the tournament and that.
But that game's gonna be not. That game's not gonna be great.
It's gonna be shocking quality.
It's gonna be a very
Senegal, Netherlands right off the bat. Woo!
That's gonna be the tournament opener, really. If we're gonna be serious,
that's the tasty one.
Interesting, though, man. I'm looking forward to this World Cup now, guys. Serious.
November
23rd.
Oh man,
this World Cup is gonna be good, man. Because we're gonna try and cover as much as possible.
If you would have thought 32 teams way back in '86, last time Canada made it, and they're gonna go to 48 for the next World Cup when we're hosting. So now our super young guys, we're gonna be in our prime, and have this experience. Even if we don't go through Rich or next World Cup, we're gonna be rocking.
Because most Canada's one of the youngest teams in the tournament.
By far. They're all came up together. It's so good. Yeah. That's why we want Tamori back. He was dominating with Davies and David and the youth. They beat US, Mexico a bunch, so they got used to it. And everyone's so shocked and surprised now that we beat US and Mexico. And it's man, these guys expected all our young guys.
But you've got the US as well, got a young team. I know Ghana's got a young team.
US is young.
Yeah. Who else has got a pretty young
Mandem, are you feeling to carry on or wrap it up? Because I've got a dip now. But
you gotta go, Terry?
Yeah, I gotta go. So get the girls ready for bed and that.
Should probably get back to work.
Yeah, might as well wrap it up.
Maybe
Roland was here
April Fool's Day. It's World Cup draw. I ain't working.
Hey.
No, but yeah, let's wrap this up, man.
Hey. Guys, it's been a pleasure. This has been across Tariq Talks, Pros Only TV, and Clock Talk TV as well. Big up Alids, fam. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Really appreciate it all. Make sure you do smash that like button and all the videos. Go and subscribe to everyone as well. I'm sure if you're from Tariq Talks, you've subscribed to Pros Only TV and Aled, or vice versa. Let's get them mixed up together, people, because you will be seeing content from all of us together for sure. Big up. Let me go through the guests right now. And you know what? He's everywhere as well, isn't he? Eagle Eye Football.
No, don't bait man up like that still.
He's like Kante on YouTube, bro. That's what Eagle Eye is.
Listen, you know what it is? Being a Palace fan, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like gold dust. But yeah, big up everyone. Eagle Eye Football here. I've got like 3 or 4 different streams this week. It's going to be a busy one. But that's where you can catch me, Eagle Eye Football.
There we go, people. Santi. New channel as well, relatively new. How long's it been now?
Newish. Yeah, I think I haven't really started putting out much content until just recently in March. But United Abroad, we kind of focus a little bit on sort of like the across the pond kind of outlook on some sports, and then of course it's a little bit of a play on words on Manchester United. So
there we go, Moss. I know you had some troubles with the other channel, but is this one created now and all sorted?
This is the one. No Yankees channel. It's Blue Jays channel.
But brand new channel, Moss. Tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, Instagram, CKMoss16. But yeah, it was a bit of a start this week. Moss Sports Talk is what I'm going with. And yeah, big up Streak. Thanks a lot for everything. And he does a great job with his watch alongs, but I wouldn't be doing Arsenal ones and stuff. That's my guy Tariq. I would be more for some North American sports. Baseball's about to start, World Cup, of course, Premier League, but NHL, NFL, NBA. Roland loves his NBA. It's great if people are up and around and on weekends, of course. Tune in. I'll be doing lots of watch alongs as well.
Roland sleeps on the streams.
Yeah, I sleep.
That'll be me too once in a while.
And big up, man. You see, we both hosted this together, joint hosts. I gotta give the man the platform because you know what, people, he's a legend. He started it well, so I was running a little bit late. Big up, Roland, man.
Paul Pogba, talk to them.
No, Rich, you missed it, bro. It's Advent Cooler now. That's what you missed it. You missed the story of Advent.
But yeah, big up to my guy Tariq. Obviously, me and him just co-streaming this one together, alongside Aled as well from Clock Talk TV. Big up everybody that's been in the chat. There's been a lot of comments, man. I can't even lie, man. It's been a bit mad still. We haven't been able to get through them, but that's the World Cup draw and all of that. Make sure you find me as well, Pros Only TV. Make sure you subscribe. Going right through playoffs, NBA season's coming up very soon. We're going to be covering that. Obviously, this World Cup in November is going to be big as well on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And obviously, football season will end in May, so we're gonna run through that, and then from next season, you're going to see a lot of different type of content as well. So make sure you subscribe to Pros Only TV. And yeah.
Exactly, people. And you can find me at Tariq Talks. You'll always see these man them up on the channel. Whether in the comments, on the streams, we've got plenty more content coming up as well. Don't you worry about that. We're in the end part of the season. It's going to get busy. I'm not streaming any Premier League watch-alongs this weekend, so not over Saturday or Sunday. But I will be doing a Inter Milan or Juventus versus Inter Milan watch-along on Sunday. That's going to be a big one.
It's going to be a good game still.
Exactly. So yeah, and then obviously we got the derby over here with Tariq Talks and Rich. You know what I mean? On Monday, that's going to be a different one. Hopefully,
the South London derby.
I knew it. Loudest Woolwich Arsenal team, man. But hopefully you get no Wi-Fi in that stadium, so you don't have to jump in on the stream. You know what I mean? So
Rich, it's Creambone. Both of Creambone.
I know. But big up everyone. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we're out. Peace. I'm doing Roland's outro now. You see?
Go on.
Take care, people.